Yo, what is up, people? Welcome to Off the Edge. And we're going to be doing Knives Live prize drawings tonight. I got John here, and I got Shane, a.k.a. Edgy American, a.k.a. PKR, a.k.a. Pocket Knife Review, a.k.a.
Shane.
Sexiest Man Alive. What else? You got any other nicknames?
I think that covers them all.
All right, cool. So, we are gathered here today to give a big shout out to Knife Rights and to everybody who participated in Knives Live this year, which was amazing. I think it was better than last year, and that's kind of the goal, right? Always to make it better.
Yep.
Grow more people, get people involved, spread awareness. And yes, I think this year was a blast. And I feel like the traffic and the donations spoke for it. So only hoping to get larger and more people involved and maybe even extend out our time cycle.
Yeah, we were talking about that in a chat last night. I think that we probably have enough people to volunteer for a weekend if
we do.
If you guys wanted to extend it.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, there's several options we can look at. You know, we may could cut out the really crappy hours and make it 36, unless we have enough for 48. You know, that remains to be seen. But I don't think.
Pocket Metal Brett and I, we'll volunteer for the crappy hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll get enough people to volunteer for those hours, or even like you might get like smaller channels that just want to have a little bit of spotlight, and they'll take it to do it, and do it that way. Or I don't know, you can do it however, but I feel like having a intermission isn't really good, because the whole kind of thing about it is to keep it going.
It's got to be like I'm a firm believer. It's got to be like the Jerry Lewis thing, where it's constant, however long it is. You can tune in at any time during that period. And I almost felt constricted that everybody was held to an hour. I felt like y'all's content, the creators are used to doing.
I could easily do 3, like 4. I mean, yeah.
Right. It almost felt like we were constricting y'all by keeping it at an hour, that nobody got time. Everybody was kind of forced to go through the agenda, which we don't want it to feel like that. We want it to be organic.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And it did fly by.
It did fly by. I did all 24 hours this year, and
we need to test it. I need to test StreamYard to see, can you have multiple channels selected at once? I feel like I tried that with Kyle when we first started on the Edge, and you couldn't do both at the same time, or you could, but the chats were separated. That's what it was. So like people who were watching it on his channel, if they were in the chat, the people on my channel commenting, they wouldn't see each other's chat. Like we would in here, so we could pull up comments, but they wouldn't, I think.
I think Scav had some issues, because he streamed his hour on 3 platforms.
Yeah.
I think there was some question about whether or not the giveaway entries.
Exactly. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do a giveaway that way, because although I think StreamYard would pick it up, but it's, the commenters having their own conversation, it kind of ruins that. But I was just thinking that might be a way to do it. You could have 2 or 3 people doing like 5 hours, and that way you spread it out. You're still on the different channels, and you could have different people kind of host it. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. Well,
I never felt like there was a lot of confusion flowing between the channels, because what I noticed is even if I would bounce for 5 or 10 minutes, it would show up as the next logical live, because once I logged 2 or 3 hours of live, it was then feeding my feed with the next lives coming up. It was kind of odd that it did it that way. I don't know if that was YouTube or if that was just because I'd watched a couple of knife lives back to back, that the other ones were just picked up.
So wait, you're saying it was recommending it?
Yes, it was.
Well, that's good.
After I started, yeah.
I think some people probably, another thing is some people probably set up their streams like a week before, and other people probably just didn't even set it up. They probably just went live when they went live. And, like YouTube can see that you're going to go live and recommend it. Right. But if you don't do that, it's less likely to show up. And it might be recommending somebody who's not even live yet. Like theirs is 2 hours out. So that's all. I mean, that's all stuff we figure out. I mean, I think it's just as the person who's live, you just got to know who was before you and who's after you and just promote that.
It's like passing a baton in a race. I mean, and then you tell them you're going to join them in the chat, and then you continue the conversation. That's why it feels so communal.
And I do agree the hour, it would be nice to maybe have 2, because I feel like I'm so used to doing long streams that like I felt like I had to kind of be like mindful of it and squeeze things in. And
it could be broken up where people like you, like Bees, people that, you know, are kind of like pillars that have the traffic and have the normal 2-hour slots, and then fill in with people like, you know, maybe a Swags or Mr. Pocket Metal Knife Review there, whatever.
I would even do like,
Edgy American.
I would do a segment like Friday and then do another one Saturday, you know, like, so if we needed to fill spots or something, plenty of people would do that. So anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be fun next year. And hopefully, God willing, we'll be able to not only get a quick jump on it, but continue to kind of promote it throughout up to the event. You know, that we still haven't had a year to go just totally smooth, but that's great because we're learning.
Well, I think this year you can sort of include this, you know, unfortunate situation with Jason Brown, where the community really freaking, you know, gave in and just did a lot for the whole month before Knives Live was all about that.
And we weren't going to say a word about Knives Live.
They still came out for this. So, you know, and that's something I think it's probably should be an annual type thing, I would assume, to help his family, you know. So
I would love that.
Yeah.
But I think that'll stay.
Doug mentioned today that he would like to start planning and reaching out to content creators in December, like next month.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking is there's got to be like the really like a lot bigger channels that would want to get involved if they had, you know, the notice, and maybe if he reached out versus us, because like I send a message to Metal Complex, he never answers me. So like,
don't feel bad. He doesn't answer. He doesn't read anybody's messages, not because he's a jerk, because he's got so many.
Right.
I mean, I think we all tried to message him.
Reaches out, he might have a contact there. Right. And hey, everybody, sorry, we're kind of just
everyday minimalist has already said he wants a spot, and I talked to Swags today. She definitely wants to do an hour, so there's a couple there. Doug feels pretty confident he can get Metal Complex.
And the goal is bringing channels together.
There's some people in the community who don't watch certain channels, but guys, keep in mind that the reason we're doing this is because if we have 24 or 48 slots within our community, it's the same viewers, and we more than appreciate those viewers, but we want to spread the word to as many people as possible.
Of course,
that's why we're looking at expanding into.
There
are other knife communities that we're not necessarily part of.
Yeah, it's a niche part of the community. And I think
like,
if you had Metal Complex started, it would be crazy. You know, you'd have 400, however many people show up for his live at the beginning, and no saying how many of those would transfer to the next guy and then the next guy, and it would. If you started off huge like that, it could really help. And the whole goal here is to have more people watching so that more people donate. It's not really about views in a sense. Like, you know, I think people get tied up in that stuff.
I think awareness is a big part of it. And views, if people can learn, because I'm convinced that a lot of people learned about knife rights that didn't know really what they did or why they would need one. And like we were talking on the way up there, I think Doug and them focus so much on the companies for all their support, right? The companies that also have a vested interest. that they don't have the manpower to do the outreach to knife owners, to people who like us are appreciative of their efforts too. So,
well, that's why we try to do it. This year was really, I don't know, kind of hit home with me this year because of they got the switchblade ban repealed here in Pennsylvania right before Knives Live. It was literally, I think it was like 2 days before that they got that repealed. And
Bob DeMarco was excited because they got it repealed in Virginia as well.
Right. So that got me kind of fired up about it this year. And yeah, so I don't know. I think it can definitely keep, if you look at it from last year to this year, I think it was a good step up. And I think if we keep doing that, then it only gets better, right? So,
and as long as everybody continues to have fun, I mean, that's the big part of it for me, and I enjoy it.
Well, I think that's why it's a benefit. You don't have one person doing 24 hours. You know what I mean? Like, then it would become a slog for somebody or whatever. Even if you broke it up over 4 channels, like having, it kind of creates its own little community between even us, like doing the lives, you can see like that there's usually a group chat that gets created before the live, and that gets really, interesting leading up to it, which is really fun. And I get to talk to people I don't talk to normally. So
Kevin, you're 100% right. I wouldn't know who Grumpy Grunt is. I wouldn't know who Matisfaction, or I think I knew Steve because you sent me there. But there are several channels now that I'm a regular on. And
I met Stevie on Lefty's Live.
I've become friends with those guys because I met Knives Live.
Right. Yeah, and that's another important aspect of it, is just the camaraderie of it, Thank you, Brand New American. Much appreciated. Thank you.
What's going on, Aaron, Ian, and Bluminati, and David Iverson, and
Darnell? Yeah, we got a lot of people here. Thank you guys for all coming out. Bees is in the house. Nuts for the Knives. Stacy, of course. Thank you. Dude, he had 1,600. Yeah, because he was showing off like 80 knives he was giving away. So, like, just, if he can get 1,600 for that, imagine if you could get him motivated for this. That's kind of the thing, right? If he's motivated for it, then, that could be huge. If he was like the starter and that many people showed up, and just not even that, but like just him doing it, the amount of donations for knife rights would be crazy, I would think.
I think so too.
So I think the more the better, and more people bring into it, the better.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all. If if it happens,
Honey Bear,
it's a good idea for sure. His chat was wild last night. Yeah, those chats are impossible. But so I don't really. It's not really that much fun when you have more than like 100. 100, 150 is good. But once you're at like 200 or more people, I did one where I think it was like 5K, and I had like 250 people or something. And you can't even nobody's having a conversation. It's just a bunch of random one-off comments, basically.
Kevin, I had a long, interesting conversation with Doug today. And kind of off the record, I asked him, I said, Doug, do you really think you'll ever get California? He said, a lot of people ask me that. He said, but everybody told me I would never get to Pennsylvania. So it's definitely there's definitely a chance. And I don't think a lot of people
not have the mindset to do something with the loss.
How he gets his foot in the door. He doesn't just go in for knife rights. This all falls under criminal reform, under these bills.
Criminal justice, yeah.
Yeah, trying to lessen the blow of putting people in jail for too long for the wrong reasons. So there's a lot that goes along with it. But knowing that, after having that conversation with him and knowing that that's how they approach it, that gave me a little more confidence that maybe California could be done. I mean, now they're arresting people for anything. So
right. So an example.
Go ahead, bud.
like I was at the post office yesterday and I handed over 20 or 30 packages. I did a drop yesterday for these custom scales for the stout. And the guy at the counter was like, he's like, oh, well, he's like, what's in these? And I was like, scales. And he's like, oh, okay, because it says knives, because it says Devo knives on the return. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I have a knife company, I sell knives, but these are, and I took my knife out. I'm like, these are, the scales for it. And he's like, oh, okay. And then and then like a minute later, he's like, okay, because like, I don't think you can ship weapons. And like, so I take my knife out again, and I'm like, here, man, like it's a pocket knife. What I'm selling are these scales that go on top, but like I do ship these in the mail, and I don't have a problem.
And they're not weapons.
You can use two hands to open it, and it's not like a dangerous weapon. It's a tool for you to use throughout the day. You work at a post office, dude. And he was like, oh, he's like, that's like really cool. And like, and it's just like, so when it comes to that stuff, when you talk about California, one of the benefits for knife rights, one of the things that helps Doug a lot is that it's like he gets bipartisan support. Like you just have to show somebody that a knife isn't dangerous. It's an inherent just bullshit belief that we have for some reason. I don't know if growing up it's like instilled in us that guns and knives, like they're dangerous, And if you just show somebody, and that's what they do, they go to these courthouses or whatever they are. What do you call them? Like the government buildings, whatever. And they literally bring like dummy knives and shit there, and they have meetings with like congressmen and shit. And they're like, here, this is how it works. Like, this is what you're trying to make illegal. Like, this is what you're arresting people for. Having a freaking box cutter in their pocket. Like, and I think that helps educate them. So I do think, given the right situation, if they can build that awareness, they could probably get California. I mean, it's not like California is like completely anti-knife. I mean, you can carry a knife at least.
Well, California is very pro criminal justice reform. And that was the thing that Doug said that I found so fascinating. Why it gets such bipartisan support is it's both a criminal justice issue where people are unfairly imprisoned, and the majority of which are going to be minorities. And then the laws that are imprisoning those people, the other side's 100% behind because they're freedom infringing laws. So you've got both parties that have a vested interest to their constituencies to get these knife laws off the book. But it's a lot of work because it doesn't happen without people being there pointing that stuff out to them that both sides win.
And that's why they need our donations so they can go do stuff like that. Thank you, dude. Appreciate the super chat. I believe Custom EDC Knives is the same as Precision Knife Works. He has the pre-order open for the Worn Tack folder, which I got in on that pre-order recently. It's a really cool knife if anybody's interested.
You just did a video on that, didn't you?
Yep. Yeah, just did one. I think there's
on the Worn
a couple
Tack
more here. Loot 10 Tex. What's up, dude? How's it going, Mark? Thanks for coming by.
I believe everybody should give that Worn Tack a shot, just because it's the first time I've ever seen a company or a designer or a maker or anybody put out a knife that was probably worth what the price was, and then them come in after and say, hey, you know what? We can sell this cheaper. How many times have you ever seen that happen? I've never seen it. So hats off to them for that. They dropped the price to make it.
Yeah, it went up at $325, and now it's at $250.
Michael Morgan.
And at $250, that is a great knife. It's a great knife. At $325, it's if you like it, it's a good knife. But at $250, it's like just get one. Yeah. I've had the first prototype from Best Tech, and I've had the second prototype from QSP, and both were great. But you could see he took all the feedback. Like, it's cool to see that it went from not just Because usually what you see, like, you know, with companies like us is you see the prototype and then you give them feedback or whatever, and then you get the final version. But this was prototype from one company, feedback, new prototype with those changes. And now he can even dial it in even more in production. So that thing's going to come out sweet. What's up, Josh? Hey, folks, the group chats are a great backdoor to talk to people that have blocked you at Lefty EDC. All right. Shout out to Josh. What's up, dude?
Sharp guy.
The group chats are a great, man. Yeah, it's true, man. It's true.
Sorry, you turn my head. I have to look over here for the chat. I still haven't figured out how to set all this up so that it's convenient.
Thank you, Stacy and Josh and all the moderators who are helping out tonight. Really appreciate that. And all you guys who are here. Last Rangers in the house. Mike Reese, what's up?
Mike A.
Trayvon, Aaron B. Who else is jumping? So, real quick, we should start doing the giveaways. I kind of want to, like, because we have 5, and then we have the. Were we going to do 2 separate ones?
You've got one left to give away. No, because you did the one giveaway where we did the number. Then you did the raffle. So there's one Lefty raffle, and then there are the grand prize giveaways.
Okay, that's right. So that Lefty raffle is going to get all the shit plus the pony stout. That's going to be a sick one. And then you have the 5 grand prize giveaways, which I added a couple more things to yesterday.
And we've got
I'll show
some
you
liquid wax that'll be added to it as well.
Yeah, we have the wax from, you want to hold it up and just show it. John was at the Nashville Custom Knife Show today, and this guy, Wicked Wax, donated some product for the giveaway today, which is pretty cool.
He was really stoked when we were talking to Doug, and this is a wax that you can use on your blades to use to knock down any type of corrosion. You can store your blades with it, and you can also use it on your beard.
And he said handle scales as well.
Yeah.
So it's like an all-around knife wax. He's sending me some to check out, which I'm actually excited about because I have rust issues, and it's probably good on like leather products and stuff like that. I got this in today from Troy over at Northwoods. Got a pink slip from a pink cyborg. Love this knife. Love this slip.
Let me get my old man glasses. I was going to ask you about your slip. Do you have an the City Creations leather slip for your chickadee?
Yeah, I have one. And I ordered another one because I got another. Check it out. Ah, that's right. I carry fixed blades now, apparently.
Look at this.
You got one too? We look like 2 old men trying to like.
Yours sticks out further than mine does, though.
But check it out. I got another one.
I carry one on my side too, except I carry my little minimalist. That's awesome, dude.
This one's yellow G10. I thought it was my Cardo when I bought it, and I have another Oak City slip coming. So, yeah, I don't really leave home without a chickadee. But so what I did you buy it?
It came with the chickadee. The chickadee that I got hooked up, Honey Bear made me the bro deal of all bro deals, and he sent the Kydex sheath and this sheath that he had bought.
Okay, so here's what happens. When people buy these sheaths, you have to form the knife. You have to slip the knife in and then like leave it in there for a couple of days to let it form. And I had a buddy, shout out to my buddy Tyler. He told me, he's like, dude, when you get it, do not shove the knife all the way in. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he showed me his, and he like can barely get a finger on to get the knife out.
Like that?
Exactly. Because what you think you should do is put it in and then like jam it in. But what you want to do is leave it to about there. At least that's what I chose to do. And then you can get an easy grip and it comes right out.
The sheath is so strong, though. It has very good retention. But for me to get it out when it's in my pocket, since it's been in there for a while, it comes right out.
Yeah. And I have to basically take the whole thing out and then remove it and then put it back. You don't just pull the knife out of your pocket unless you're sitting at an angle where you're pinching it. And then the knife will just come out. But usually I take the whole piece out. But yeah, this thing's awesome. And I got another one coming for the other one.
So Wicked Wax is great for all surfaces that you want to enhance, seal, or prevent oxidation and rust from forming. 100% all natural, food safe, and organic. Manufactured by Depreet Forge. That's the Wicked Wax. Coming out to you guys.
Sorry, you guys are going ham in the comments today. Appreciate that. So here's the Strix you guys are talking about. This is the prototype with the carbon fiber. You can see I tested it on some cardboard actually just like an hour ago. I had to take some out to the recycle and I was like, why not? So I chopped some down and this hollow grind just went right through it. This pre-order starts tomorrow. I don't know what time he's doing it, but I am 100% getting one of these. I'll get the full tie one with the belt satin. There's 4 versions. There's this one with carbon fiber. There's the full tie belt satin. There's a micarta belt satin. That one looks good too. And then there's a black tie, full tie they have slits in them, the full tie ones. And that
that's one thing that
and Timascus.
It feels lighter, but I wish that it was solid tie.
What? The whole
those
holes look awesome. I don't like speed holes, but those look good. Here, I'll pull it up real quick. We'll give them a little plug.
Can you go to Instagram too? I was going to show you another leather company I think you'd like called Soul Leather. You might be familiar with them. Huh?
Well, I love Northwoods. Oak City's really good for those slips. Northwoods, like, I don't think I'd ever get another normal pocket slip for a slip joint. I feel like I'd be cheating on them. Look how that forms.
But check out Soulbound Leather just to look at what they do.
I got this today.
That's awesome.
Hold on. Let me pull up Sparrow and then remind me about that one. And then we should probably do one of the giveaways. So they're $345. If you get the full tie, it's $336. And I love those speed holes. Like they're like the oblong ones. I hate when they're just like little circles, you know?
I like the one you had in your hand better.
This one looks good too because it's
belt satin.
And then you have the full dress Damasteel with the Timascus clip and backspacer, and that one's $680. Oh yeah, Sezzle, sick. Definitely using that shit.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, baby. I don't know. The micarta one almost looks. It's just the angle of the belt.
Jay Sezzle today, not Jay Dizzle, but Jay Sezzle.
Yep. Damn. Now I kind of want that one.
I like that one better than
the full tie. But I feel like I'd regret it and want the full tie.
I was thinking about you today because I pulled a Lefty. I purchased a knife that I've been talking about a long time and wanting a long time.
This is funny.
I got the MagnaCut Mordax.
Oh, okay.
And I owned it an hour.
Right here.
Oh, you pulled a Lefty. You sold it to John?
No, I still have it. I actually, there's a very long story. I sold it to Neves.
Oh, okay.
Neves one. I already owned it, and I found something that I absolutely fell in love with, and I can't afford both. So I'm gonna jump on that. I'm gonna leave it a little bit of a secret for now. It's this company's fixing to blow up. There's no doubt in my mind. But
and you haven't seen them. I'd never seen them.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
What is it?
It's hang on, I'll get you the name of it because they're brand new.
I got it right here.
Is it like an American made?
Yes, it's Chapman Knives.
Okay. And do they have a website?
Yes. The website doesn't do it justice either. They need a new photographer. The angles aren't great. But
Instagram is at Chapman_Lake USA.
I literally walked past this table 10 times because I thought, yeah, those are over $1,000. No point in stopping. And towards the end, we stopped and talked to him, and I was like, out of curiosity, how much are these knives? Keep in mind, these are full titanium.
How have I never heard of these?
Full titanium button locks and beautifully anodized, incredibly sharp hollow grinds. $400. 100% made in the USA.
Okay, so here's it. I love all that. The only problem I have is it's ugly.
It's different, but if you hold it, it's soft.
Photos do not do it justice.
I agree.
It's ugly.
It doesn't look that angular.
That's an ugly baby right there.
It doesn't look that angular. I promise you. What you're seeing is
when your friend has an ugly baby, and you're like, she's cute. She's cute.
No, yeah, I promise you, it is beautiful.
I'm kidding.
You have to see it in person.
It's just not my style. I don't need to see that in person to know I think it's ugly. But
I tried to take pictures of it and send to a couple of people, and none of my pictures turn out right.
You know what it gives me vibes of? Randomly, the Benchmade 940.
Not in person.
But if you look at it in person,
did you see that dish part? I'm sorry.
Which is ugly.
Right below that dish part right below the button lock. Your thumb your thumb lays in that, and the reason he designed it that way is this guy actually made medical instruments for doctors.
That's his deal.
So we say ready-made. Does that mean you order it and they make it?
He had them on the table today for $400. They're on the website for $400 each.
I mean, I would love to try one.
I will own one. I've got his information.
All right.
He is.
You want to loan it to me?
Yeah, he's more than willing to. I didn't ask him to borrow a knife. I asked him if he would just come on and do a live with me and showcase his stuff. That way he doesn't, because he don't know me. He don't have to worry about trusting me with his product.
Right.
So, and I'm fine with that. I've handled.
How was the detent?
I will say this: it's not as perfect as the Mordax.
Oh, okay.
And I say that because the Mordax cannot be failed. It's just
Shane,
impossible.
What kind of detent does it has, bro?
I don't know what kind it has. I'm just telling you, the Mordax is unfailable, and that one can be failed if you try. So you'll fail it and you'll hate it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I hate it already, but
that's fine.
It's because it's ugly. It has nothing to do with the knife. And I'm sure it's great. And I would love to try one. And if it's your bag, then that's cool. Not everybody thinks this is sexy.
Yeah. I promise, John, I'll tell you,
it is, but
the photographs do not do them justice.
The photographs make it look too angular, where it's a lot softer. Those angles are picking up shadows that shouldn't be there. It's really just a soft. I told him it felt soft because when you put your hand around it, you feel no clip, but you feel no edges. And he says, "Well, I work for surgeons, and I just design instruments because they spend a lot of time with them in their hand. So they pretty cool gig to that. And then playing with them was, yeah. I mean, we almost walked out of there with 3 of them.
What? Okay, so here's the question though. You almost walked out of there with 3 and you didn't walk out with any.
I spent all my money on the Mordax. That's why I sold it.
What about you, John? What's your excuse?
I sizzled the Mordax.
You sizzled it at Blade Show?
Yeah, I'm paying Jeff for it Thursday. So no, I wasn't buying with my own money.
All right. Anyway, I'm being a dick. I'm just saying it's not my style.
Is what we're getting at.
It does look cool though.
The one behind it, laying flat, the silver one.
Yeah.
That gives you a better idea of those angles that you're looking at. Where it looks real angular, it's a lot flatter of a knife. With that, those reliefs aren't as deep as.
Yeah, but that's not what bothers me about it. That makes it look cool. What bothers me about it is this flipper tab that looks like it would not let you choke up. They do have different blade shapes. Is this a drop point, clip point?
A drop point and a Tonto.
Okay, wait. Let me try it. That might help a little bit. Okay, so wait. CLK1. Then there's a CLK1D. That's the drop point. That's the Tanto. Is that what we're doing? Okay, got it. Yeah. That looks better. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
I'll be honest.
You got me interested now.
It feels Aussie. It feels Ariusy. I mean, it really felt like a.
I love the hollow grind. That looks like a deep hollow.
It's super deep. super deep, and it reflects.
Yeah, normally I'm the Tanto guy too.
It reflects light when it's laying on the table under those fluorescent lights. There are literally like 8 bands of perfectly symmetrical.
They're definitely made to order though, because look at this. You could pick your handle color and then screw hardware. So that's cool.
And they were super nice, dude. Super
right
nice.
here, custom made to order. So you can just ask them what color you want and they'll do it. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just call them up and talk to them.
I would definitely like to check one out. But right now I don't want to spend $400 on it.
What's crazy, Kevin, is they know nobody. They don't have a clue who any other knife makers are. Right. They don't have a clue who any YouTube content.
It's like Greg Brown's like that too. He'd never even seen a compression lock.
Yeah.
And he kind of designed one.
Long time today. He had several of the Brittany Blues available. This year he had Jaegers. Last year Jeff was following him around trying to buy one out of his pocket, but it turned out it was a custom.
Oh, that's funny. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated. He's got regrind services on his website. That's Precision Knife Works. Definitely check that out. I think he has a deal through the holidays or something, which is cool. I need to get, if I still had that Mordax, I'd be getting a regrind for a hollow on it, but
it's so thin.
That thing is so thin. That's a waste of money.
I didn't think mine wasn't thin.
It looks good, but that knife don't need it.
You guys are too used to like Medfords and shit. That thing is not thin. Mine almost had like
14,000 behind the edge.
What is it?
14,000.
Mine wasn't. I mean, mine was definitely thicker than that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't have the newest one. I had the well, it was pretty new. It was the one from USN or whatever it is in Las Vegas. But it even had, does yours have it where when you look at it on an angle, it almost looks like it has a compound grind? Like mine had this weird line about 3/4 of the way up the blade.
Nope.
You see it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was weird.
I don't think this is, if this is any thicker than
my Can you show the blade, like show it face forward. Like right where that swedge ends, or right where the flat ends is where, to me, mine had like almost like a line there.
Now this thing is freaking it's as thin as my Atom.
Yeah, that's TRM Atom.
There's no fucking way. You guys are smoking something.
Dude, this thing is so thin.
Okay.
Right.
Does anybody agree with me?
To regrind.
NAF had his regrind. He sold it.
Well, NAF
was yours Atom thin from factory? It was thick as balls.
Yeah. I see what you're talking about. You're talking about right here, aren't you?
Yes. What is that?
It. Yeah, I don't know. It's on both sides.
It's
you can't
weird.
see it, but it does look like a combo grind.
It doesn't look like it on mine.
There's a very light gray line that runs from right here in the belly all the way.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. You might just not be able to see it, John. You're getting
old. I think I see it.
Kevin, it's where they start the discal taper.
Probably.
Yeah, the discal taper starts right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Most Protecs have a thicker grind. Yeah.
All my Protecs have thick grinds. I'd love to have every Protec I have reground. There's no way I'd waste money grinding that. He told me today that they measure every one of these out before they leave the factory. They cannot be more than 14,000 behind the edge.
That's crazy. Maybe that's a new protocol.
It may be. And you should hear his heat treat protocol. That they actually send these to Laren and have him test them to destruction to make sure that their heat treat is on par with what
I mean,
look at this, Kevin.
My
look at
Malibu
this
right here is definitely thick as balls.
Look at that.
What's that?
This is the Malibu. This is the Mordax.
What am I looking at?
The blade thickness.
They look the same to me. But they kind of like crown the Mordax, and I think that makes it look thinner.
It is.
You look at it.
I love them both. I'm just saying, like, even my Malibu is thick. It's not. It's for me. It's fine. That's why I would.
Malibu is much thicker. When I look at the Malibu, it is much thicker than the Mordax.
Maybe they changed something when they went to Magna Cut. I don't know.
Yeah, but I had a Magna Cut one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, mine was like from September. So
I'm just saying, I've got an Atom. I've got a Spyderco Dragonfly.
I think you got Hinder eyes. I think you got Hinder Medford eyes.
Kevin, I reviewed that stuff. How many of them do I own?
I don't know.
None.
Malibu looks a bit thicker. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys are happy with it, then that's what's important.
Oh, I will own it.
Calipers are more important, more accurate than old man eyes.
My old man eyes have seen some wonderful shit.
I suck it behind the edge thickness. Check this thing out.
Ooh, is that a coin?
Yep. Well, at least we got a determination on the shape. It is a coin, John.
Well, I know it's a haptic coin, but what's it made out of?
It's made out of what the guy calls it a special cut of zircuti.
That's zircuti?
Yep, and then he flames and etches it, or etched and flamed, whatever.
So it's scrap metal.
Sure. Yeah, it's shit.
Does it have exposed magnets, or does it have a plate?
They're exposed, and then there's a bearing in there.
I'm kidding with Kevin. It's beautiful.
I got 3 of them yesterday. One of them, well, this is one, and I got 2 different ones. One's black and gray, and one's more like striped fruit gum. Then I have a couple more, and then I ordered 2 more. Fucking love these coins. They're just the best.
Is it just the spinners that you kind of weaned out of?
I still have 5 spinners and 1 on the way, but that's it.
Gosh, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago where you were kind of saying that had kind of worn off.
Well, I've sold a bunch of them.
I liked your little pry bar. How do you like it? It's got the little clickers.
It's cool. It's cool. It's just the this is the Big Idea Designs pry bar, tie pry, and it has these has like a slider on the front.
Yeah, I like it.
It's cool. My problem with it is that's all it does. And I don't really carry a pry bar. So for me, this would have been way better served. And they could have fit it as a 4mm hex driver right here.
If they wanted to, yep.
They could have easily fit that, in my opinion, because the only thing being put in here is the clip. So they had to have been able to find a way, even if they just screwed the clip in straight through or something. That's my only negative with it. It's really cool. So,
I watched Israel Bacchus put a knife together today with his little tool, and it really turned me on to his little tool.
Dude, the space bar is the shit. Yeah, that's the only reason I sold mine is because I have 2 fulcrums. But the space bar is fantastic, and I think he's working on a V2.
He is.
Yeah, that I talked to him about, and if he pulls that off, it's going to be awesome. All right, do we want to do a giveaway so that we
right now
keep the train going? So what do we want to do first? You want to just get the Lefty one out of the way, and then we'll rip through the others.
Lefty raffle. You've got 3 through 41.
So this is the stuff for what I called the Lefties raffle. I should have come up with a better name, but whatever. This is a Devo Stout that blade chops. Well, he chopped the blade. And then we have carbonized fat carbon or camo carbon scales. He put on a Kaiser clip. Still got sick detent, sick action. It kind of makes me want to rethink my pony stout design and kind of do it like this instead of the traditional poon blade, but I don't know. I'm already pretty far with that. But I really like the look of this. Same good action. So that's up for grabs.
And I'm gonna be honest, I like that better, Kevin.
I like that blade shape. And then you get the Orion Knives pouch. And in this pouch comes the cloth, KPL original or ultraweight. There's a little pill container waterproof thing in here out of titanium. Alicord, paracord, spinet keychain thing. Tactile turn. Seasonal release.
Nice.
Pen, the trailhead. This is the side click slim short. There's a Magnus slider talking about fidgets.
Ooh.
We got that. We got this freaking awesome bit driver. Of course, people started reaching out today asking me if I'd sell it when I posted it for sale like 2 weeks ago. Nobody wanted it, so I threw it in here. This is a Blackwater Machine Works custom bit driver. He makes these out of resin, and the cap here is made out of Fordite, which, if you don't know, I found out through this process, they literally take the paint off the walls in the Ford factory in the paint booths or whatever. So, like, the paint builds up over time from all the painting, and then I guess they like take sheets off, and that's what you can buy and then make shit out of. It's fucking
how cool
awesome.
Is that?
And it's a sweet bit driver. And then the last thing is this Asher Spiro full tie. Oh, trying to flick it left-handed. There you go. Right there. Sweet knife. This is a good one.
That is a great one.
That's everything in the Lefty raffle. Shout out to any of the companies that donated. Magnus donated. I think the rest of it I paid for. Or Asher sent that knife. And KPL and Alicord. Never mind. A lot of it was given. and Lefty, Orion Knives. Shout out to Blade Banter. So
your number spread for the Lefty drawing is going to be number 3 through number 41.
3 through 41. All right. Let me share. You guys can see this, right? You can see it. Yep. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to click it once. I'm not playing that game where you do it 5 times or whatever. 36.
All
Our
right.
winner is 36.
Let me get the spreadsheet up and I will share it.
All right. Let me get this super chat over here.
Get that.
I got a rusty kukri from an antique store. Tree Fitty Firm. Nice, dude. Have fun with that. All right.
That's kind of weird.
Ask to share or something. I don't see it.
No, I'm doing it, and it's wanting me to share slides, and I'm now sharing from my computer.
And you just gotta hit share screen.
Yeah, if I share my screen, doesn't it make it look all? I'm gonna try that. Share screen. Boom.
Yeah,
boom.
Who cares?
All right, here we go. What number?
All right, hang on. All right, there we go. Yeah, it looks good. 36.
36?
Yes, sir.
Craig Wilkes.
Craig Wilkes coming in with the win. Congrats, Craig. He might be here. He comes by. He comments a lot on my videos. So shout out to Craig Wilkes.
Congrats, Craig Wilkes.
Can you write these down or something?
I can, but I've got a cat in my lap. So give me 1 second to get something to write with.
Here, I got it right here. I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
All right.
This is I can do it too. Lefty Raffles, Craig Wilkes. And I'll email him.
Craig Wilkes. Yeah, in this case.
Writing this with my custom gunny juice pen I got today.
Nice.
Tippy says, "Good luck, Fred."
Zach's here. What's up, Zach? How's it going, man?
Yeah. Craig Wilkes is in the room.
He is?
Winner, chicken dinner, buddy.
Where is he? There he is. Hey,
Craig.
You won the pony stout and all the stuff in this pouch right here, sir.
Including
the
Makai Nomad.
To you. 3, 4.
Thanks for your support, Craig.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thanks for the support of the channel too, man. I always appreciate that. All right.
I guess I should like this live.
You should what?
Give you a like.
Oh, I don't care about that.
I know you don't, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Revolving Blades, what up, dude? He's a channel member. Of course, we got Brand New American, and see, Craig is a channel member too. Shout out to Craig. All right, so here's the deal with the boxes. I gotta see how I'm gonna do this. So I got them back here. Let me just grab number 1, and we'll. Here's number 1. I went through my sticker bin and put a whole bunch of stickers in all of these, so there's a whole bunch of extra stuff. I don't think we should take the time to list everything off again. That just seems like, I mean, I want to give the companies some, plugs, but I feel like going through everything, is that going to be a pain?
You don't have to do that. That's up to the crowd. And what I would ask you to do is, if y'all email me the addresses of the winners, I'll send out the Wicked Wax to each of them too. I know they'll be really excited to get it after they get the prize pack, but
we should just have the winners. Aren't you going to email them?
Yes.
So they're going to respond to you with the address, right?
Truth.
So just copy me on the emails, and then hopefully they reply all. If they don't, you can forward it.
So yeah, Shane, you write down those names like I read them off, like Craig Wilkes there, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to highlight him.
Right. That's what I was thinking. You highlight them or something. So while you guys do that, I'm going to show a couple things in here. Bunch of swag. O-knife. Oh, this is the one with one of the baller Get Good screwdrivers.
Sweet.
O-bulb. More and more and more swag. And our wallet, Tempest knives, Pinion, bunch of bandanas, Hanks from Issuing Stitches, of course, KPL. This one I want to mention specifically because it got added after I did the short with it, and my video won't be live until after this, so I want to show this. This is from Lynch Northwest. Via said Stevie, he's the one who reached out to them. This is a custom Delica.
Guys, that is a very rare knife.
Full titanium backspacer, custom titanium clip. I mean, essentially, I think just the blade is stock. I think they even put a new spring in, but I can't be sure. And watch this. It's almost as snappy as like a slip joint.
That is awesome.
I could fidget with this like a slip joint. So it doesn't like drop shut. You can't flick it, I don't think. Oh, shit. That just fired out of there. Oh. Did I just get lucky? Nope. Never mind. You guys never saw this. Let's go.
And I think box 1 has one of the RSK ones from Knife Works.
Oh, that's another thing. Don't we? Wasn't Doug donating RSKs?
Yes. And they're on the website on the Knife Right. So box 1 has winner's choice of in stock Doug Ritter full size or mini RSK MK1 G2 from Knife Works.
Okay. Do they all have that, or is there different
There's 3.
ones?
There's box 1 has that. Box 2 has that. Box 4 has that. So there are actually 3 of them. Box 5 was fat, and box 3 was fat.
Okay.
So I'll let you know which ones have those.
Okay. Well, you're gonna tell them in the email, right? I guess you'll tell the there's a harvester from Finch. There's a Kunwu knife, and there's a Kaiser Towser K button lock, I think. Yeah, White Mountain Knives donated this. And then there's a mini fulcrum and this cool titanium tray from Get Good Screw that came with the driver. And I'm fairly certain this one is the Timascus one. So that's all you're gonna get if you win box 1.
That's a lot.
Not all.
I think this thing's worth like $500.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much these Delicas go for, but they're rare.
The Spyderco collector, that's a huge win right there.
Yeah, I don't know much about the collecting side on that, but
that's only available through Lefty.
You don't strike
there's just so much swag in here. Like I can't get the boxes back in. All right, I'm just gonna leave it. I'll deal with it later.
Well, I've got to tell you the spread here.
You know what? I got sticky notes. I can just put the name on there. Give me a number range for box 1.
Take your time. Take your time, and I will.
All right.
This number range is bigger. It's 3 through 3 through 746.
Wait, does that mean we had 746 $10 donations?
Yes.
So that means, because we haven't talked about this yet, we raised $7,460.
7,014, because there were a couple of 35s that rounded up to 4.
Gotcha. $7,000. Hell yeah, guys. All right, here we go. You ready?
$14.
Here we go. Box 1.
Get it going.
333. I feel like what's the dude from Independence Day? Fox 1. Fire.
Oh, I was watching it on TV. All right, hold up. We'll find it's 333.
All right. Yep.
333.
Oh, wait. I got to pull it up. Hang on. I want to pull. Oh, I can't share yours again. You got to share it again. This is kind of annoying. We got to go back and forth, but we should do it, I think. We should show it, right? The spreadsheet.
Can you share it?
I mean, I can't. You have to. There it is. Okay. We're
Are
getting
you seeing
there,
it? Are you seeing it?
I'm trying. I have it up, but it's not loading, and you're buffering now. There it is.
All right, we're going for 333.
Yep. And if you see a name on there, shout out to whoever they are. David Rockwell, David Furman, everybody.
Eric,
who we got?
St. John.
Eric St. John.
Eric St. John.
Shout out to you, Eric. Eric St. John. I'm going to put Craig Wilkes on this one.
I'm going to put out here box 1.
Where's box 2? Here's box
awesome.
2.
So we're going to make a deal now. We're going to draw. And if for some reason it's one of the, we will draw again. Does that sound fair? Even though it's random, or should we let somebody win more than one?
Yeah.
That's up to y'all, because some people donated a lot. Well, some people donated a lot.
Right. Let me do this. You don't.
So I don't know how we did that last year.
Yeah, John, that's the whole purpose of donating more and getting more entries, I would think.
Oh, so you can get. Well, yeah. Okay.
Every entry is eligible to win.
But I was just talking about if the duplicate number comes up, if 333 comes up again.
Oh, yeah. Duplicate number, I can understand.
That's fair. That's all I meant.
Yeah.
Once we green out that particular number, they still have the other slots that they bought.
Right.
Yep.
Congratulations to Eric St. John.
All right. So box numero dos.
Eric St. John is here.
Ah, sweet. That'd be awesome.
Is he?
Is he?
Somebody just said he was.
The ESJ, is that you, Eric?
There you go.
I want to put your screen name in here. Hold on. The ESJ?
I think that's it. He's a channel member too. Holy shit. You guys are killing it tonight.
Congratulations, man.
Box number 2 here has an Asher hat. A bunch of swag again. I might as well run through it.
I can read through it. It's on. I'm on the
I like showing it.
All right.
NAFSCO mouse pad. This is a watch that Brandon Thrasher donated, which is pretty cool. A Laban. There's a petrified fish from Blue Creek Knives. Shout out to Blue Creek Knives. In earbuds from Brandon Thrasher, Thrasher's Garage. Asher knife from Thrasher's Garage, I believe. There is a Spyderco Yojimbo 2 from Chris Carco. He's in the chat. That's his screen name, Carco. Thank you, dude. A Finch Harvester. I believe this is from Traditional Pocket Knives. An O knife. Parrot. I think this is from Olight. Shout out to them. Andar donated this wallet. We have a bunch of Hanks again from Issuing Stitches. And then we have the awesome Get Good Screw custom driver in brass. It's based off of the Orcs design, Lord of the Rings Orcs. It has like an orc on it. It looks crazy. It's awesome. And a Timascus bead from them. So that's all you can win here. Not much, but it's something. I estimated these boxes at
there's an RSK
each.
Hey, Lefty, in that box, there's also one of Doug's knives, their choice of an in-stock item.
Yep, their choice of a in-stock. It's definitely worth $1,000, this box. Probably more, but I was just trying to be conservative. So that's box number 2.
And your numbers are going to be 3 through.
I'm just gonna do the same number range, or am I deducting one for
Nope. We've already decided if we hit 333 again, we're going to pull a different one.
Okay, so it's the same range then.
Yeah, 3 through 746.
All right, so I'm just going to keep hitting generate. So here we go. Box 2. Fire. 164.
All right.
You're going to have to keep sharing every time because I have to remove it to put random back up. Kind of sucks.
I'm sharing it.
Oh, that's not hard, actually.
What was the number again?
It was 164.
Have y'all seen my screen yet?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. 164. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's
Did
it gonna
y'all read
be?
it when it went past?
Not yet.
Robert Myers.
Robert Myers.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner.
Congratulations, Robert.
Look what multiple entries get you. Robert Myers. Are you here, Robert? Are you here?
Robert's probably out at dinner with his family. We'll email him.
This is, in my opinion, this is the box to win right here. Box number 3, what I call the automatic box. Or no, I call it the tactical box. That's what I call it.
It is the tactical box. And this one does not have an RSK because it's got other goodies.
Because it's stacked. Seriously stacked. This box made me spend a lot of money, guys. So this is the one that has, did we find Robert? I just want to make sure before I start showing the next one. Are you here, Robert? You don't have to be, but if you are, I want to shout you out. I don't think so.
Not here yet.
Okay. Butt crack alert. Yeah, sorry guys. That happened to my mother-in-law earlier too. My wife was FaceTiming and I was in my daughter's room playing with her, and my wife came in on FaceTime and showed her my ass crack. So that was fun.
Dude, your closet series is the best thing ever.
The monster series?
Oh my God. Dude.
Every time I go in there at night and she starts talking about the monster, I just take my phone out.
It's great, dude. I'm just telling you, that's must-see TV.
Kevin, you might have missed it. You should have highlighted Eric St. John's comment. That was awesome, man. He said he's having to explain to his wife why he's sitting there grinning at his phone. Cool.
Awesome. Congrats, Eric. All right. So the next one, the tactical box, includes the, I don't know how I'm going to ship it to you, Quichetti, which deserves a
formal introduction.
Unsheathing. This thing is incredible. I bought one after unboxing this because I just fell in love with it. It's just so cool. The fact that it's like a little mini samurai sword. I mean, it's not mini, but. And then because of this, I bought the freaking PS2 axe. So this thing cost me like $600.
Are you talking about the axe that KC made famous?
Yes. I bought one after he showed me that. So a lot of this is Casey's fault because he's the one who reached out to them to donate this. So shout out to Hoback and shout out to Casey. All right. So you got
what was it called, Casey?
You got the Quaken, which that thing's like $400 by itself. You got a O knife. That's the Freeze 2. You have a, this is from Carco again. So Boker Kalashnikov auto. That's why I call it the tactical box. There's a lot of autos in here. There's a Honey Badger from Blue Creek Knives. And then there's a Cobra Tech large FSX black. And this embodies what we're trying to do here with knife rights. If you want to carry this thing, you should be able to carry this thing. Even though it's basically a Microtech. I can do this now. Well, as of January 2nd or whatever. I could carry this around if I want. Pretty cool piece.
That is slick.
Cobra Tech FSX auto. Again, kind of seems like a Truidon knockoff, but whatever. Bunch of swag. We have, oh, this is cool. This one's from Tor Knives. This is a Marlin spike. But to me, the cool thing is the sheath and the coloring. Look at this.
That is bad.
Dude, like their sheath work, their leather work on this is incredible. And then you get the teal spike.
That's what Jeff was looking for today. Were you with us when he was looking for that for his girlfriend to carry?
Yeah, and guys, if you look into Tor Knives, of course, check out their products. But go to their website and check out what they're doing for their community, for veterans, for young people. They're teaching people the machinist trade, because that's why people like Kevin are having a hard time finding American manufacturers because there aren't enough people to fill those spots. And Tour's trying to help with that issue by training young people and providing us with skilled labor that can do things like that. That's incredible that they're doing that. So yeah, go to their website and check that out. I'm sure that story's on there somewhere. But
shout out to Tor Knives. Vero Neuron. Tor also donated a cool patch that's in here. Another Tempest Knives pinion. That was either from Casey or from Ross, who won one of my giveaways and then donated it. And if I miss anybody, I'm sorry. I'm trying to, top of my head, remember everybody that donated what. This came from Asher Knife Co. We have a bunch of issuing stitches, Hanks again, a bunch of swag, another Timascus bead from Get Good Screw, and a Finch Drifter donated by Traditional Pocket Knives. And that's it. That's the tactical box.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I got to figure out the best way to ship that with the Quichetti because it's just so long. Just for reference, this is a medium-sized flat rate, and that's box number 3. Let's see who wins this sucker. You can start trying to share again, I guess, so that we speed this up. Here we go. The winner of this one is 384. Shout out to 384.
384?
May the odds ever be in your favor.
Why is this wanting to be so damn slow?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, people.
We got time.
We got nothing but time. And what number am I looking for?
Ship it in a poster tube. Shit, that might work.
What was the number?
384. For you Game of Thrones fans, that's the Trial by Combat box.
There you go.
Dave Argentina.
Dave Argentina. Shout out to you, dude. I think he won last year. I don't know why I remember that, but I think he won last year.
That's Sawtooth Dave.
Sawtooth Dave.
Way to go, Sawtooth.
There's his name right there, Sawtooth.
I think he won last year, though. He won something before. How did I not know his last name?
I've got him right there. I should have read it off as Sawtooth Dave.
It's so funny. I did not know that was his last name. I talked to him about sending him a U.S. Growler prototype.
Sawtooth.
I want to get one of those in his hands.
I only knew the last name because I've shipped him back so many knives. He's been so gracious.
I sent him something before too. That's why I said he won something before. Yeah. But I did not put those two together.
He would love if you'd ship that FedEx, Kevin. When he watches this, he'll know why I'm laughing.
Yeah, and uninsured, right?
No, he's a FedEx guy. He loves his FedEx.
All right, box numero 4 here. Oh, this is a good one. I say that because I see a Devo box. So there's at least a $300 knife in here.
And the box number 3. This is box number 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this one also has an RSK.
All right, so that's like $600 right there. Bunch of swag, including Desert Storm trading cards from Blue Creek Knives. Let me just get this swag out of the way. This one has a lot of boxes, so here we go. Devo Knives Stout. I'll tell you which one it is if you want to know. Ooh, hello.
Yeah.
This one has the copper scales and the stonewash blade.
Sweet.
I can confirm the action is good. And it has the bottle opener and everything. So you got a Devo.
Kevin, leave confirming the action to me.
Yeah. Yesterday. Yeah, I don't think so. Urban EDC donated a Brian Efros Alliance Designs Ice Light. And shout out to Asher for this one. Traditional Pocket Knives donated a jigged titanium penguin exclusive. Urban EDC Supply donated a Nessie in brown micarta. So yeah,
Wow.
we're well past 1,000 already here. Kvist Blade Works donated a PE2 in JG10 and then donated blue micarta scales to go with it. From Finch or Traditional Pocket Knives, we have a Holiday. From Traditional Pocket Knives, we have a 1929.
That's a nice collection.
From Big Red EDC, we have a Bryn T flashlight. This is I've reviewed one of these before, and they're actually really well made. We also have, I believe this is from JB as well, a mini Chitel O knife. And then we have a bunch of swag, and again, issuing stitches, Hanks, and Get Good Screw Timascus bead. So I don't know. I lost count somewhere along the way, but that's probably like $1,200, $1,500 worth of shit.
Fill a knife box
That you could win for $10, basically. It's crazy. And I kind of felt like the donations were a little light this year, but
I don't think so.
Maybe I was wrong. Is that the Tucson?
That is.
What?
A soulless Tucson.
Yeah. Is that one of the ones I knocked off?
No, I don't know about that.
It's got the hump a little bit.
This was a White Mountain knife line.
That's box number 4, folks.
All right. Let me get
close it in here. God, I hate. You know what I hate more than anything? These freaking plastic mats that you put under your desk chair, because you can't move around. They catch the corner of the wheel. So annoying. Anyway, here we go. Box number Unero 4. Did I say number Unero? Okay, cool. Here we go. 219. 219. Here we go.
Tell me when you see it.
It's 219, John.
Tell me when y'all see the spreadsheet.
We see it. 219, 219.
Mark Ridgewell.
Oh, Mark! I just sent him a package. He won my giveaway on Thursday.
And which box is this?
That's box numero 4.
And look at that, guys. That's with a $10 donation.
Yep.
Craig was a $10 donation too.
Unless he donated again later, right? It would have been.
Yeah, and so a lot of people did that throughout the lives.
Yeah, or I tried to get him to do it with the Lefty one. That was my last ditch effort to get some more donations because I felt like it died off after the live. I think we got to. That's something we got to work on too, maybe for next year, is trying to find ways to keep the momentum up after the live.
I think you set a really good example, Kevin. I don't think everybody had those kind of ideas, but I think that's you set a really good example for that. And it doesn't have to be a huge prize giveaway box, but
right.
There's lives going on all week long, and those guys can. I mean, we can all help people get giveaway items. We know that.
Right.
Those guys can do extra little raffles and create tons more work for John Evans.
Yeah, and we want to do that. We want to create more work.
Absolutely.
Or maybe we can, find somebody else in the community that's willing to help you out, John.
Well, the best was that you came up when I was in Florida at that leadership conference. You came up with a great idea that brought in at least 40 more donations. Yeah. So that's thinking outside the box. I think that's huge.
I would have liked more, but whatever. We'll get them next time. All right, Mark. Shout out to you, dude. Last box. Last box.
And guys, these emails will probably go out to the winners asking for your address. I'll copy Lefty. It'll probably be tomorrow around lunchtime, if that's all right. Cool. Maybe it'll be tonight. It's possible.
John, you should just send me the wax. And then by the time we get all the addresses and everything, I'll probably have it. And then I can ship these by the end of the week.
I got it. That's easy to do. I've got the box right here to put them in.
I think people will understand if it takes a few days.
Hey, if all you guys think it's impossible to piss off John Evans, you think it's impossible to get John Evans to curse you, next year during Live, just start shooting your messages saying, "Hey, I need an update on that spreadsheet," and see how mad you can make him.
There you go,
guys. It's like juggling cats. And I know people were wondering I hadn't gotten an email, and then they started getting blasted with emails this week as I went through the list, because I had to go after Knives Live after that Saturday. I'd been up 24 hours. I had to drive to Clearwater Beach, and thank goodness the hurricane came through. I got to leave a day early coming back. But yeah, I didn't have the luxury of time that I did last year.
So in this one, we have a 1990 baseball card pack from Blue Creek Knives, a whole handful of swag. This is what I would call, I think, the Finch box. I think this one had a bunch of finches. This is a buffalo tooth from Traditional Pocket Knives, I'm pretty sure. We have a model 1929. And there's one more Finch. This one is a Roadrunner. So there's 3 Finches in here. Quiet Carry was kind enough to donate a Drift G10.
Nice.
That's a good pickup. There's a baller one at the bottom here that, this one is the Chi-Tel. I believe this is from JB again. Thank you to JB. We have an Olight Arkfeld. This one might be from JB as well. And then I had this cord laying around, so I threw that in. This is a really good Olight, by the way.
Those are cool lights.
Yeah, I really like this. It has the laser pointer, so you can like play with your cats and shit. And then it also has a really good light. It's got a cool like switch on it. I really enjoyed this one when they sent it to me. That's a new one, but that's the Arkfeld from Olight. Again, from Kvist, we have the PE2 in Jade, and then we have Blue Micarta Scales. This is interesting. This is from Carco again, Chris Robinson. Thank you, dude, if you're here. This is a really cool knife that I did not ever handle, and I love this little slip. This is a Spyderco Roadie. So it's a little slip joint.
Grateful Panic and I were talking about that knife last night.
It's really, I wish it had better, like walk and talk, but it's a really interesting Spyderco, and I've heard a lot of good things, but I'd never handle one. And this is a really cool little package you could chuck in your pocket. He also donated, and these are, I believe, like very lightly used or new, but they're secondary, I guess. This is a Benchmade Proper. So this is your non-locking section of the giveaway. So you have a Benchmade Proper. And then this interesting piece, this is from, I believe it's from Fellholter, and it's a friction folder.
That is cool.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Fellholter. And it's a little Warney friction folder. Super interesting. It's got this frag pattern on it.
That is cool.
Just kind of roll it open, and it has a bottle opener right here. It's one of those pen makers. I think it's Fellholter. Thank you to Chris for that. We have from Bees Blades. Shout out to Brian at Bees Blades. This is the Kaiser Drop Bear, which I was talking shit on it because I hadn't handled it, and I've heard like all this hype about the Drop Bear and how good it is. And when he sent this in, I got to handle it. And yeah, this thing's sweet. They killed it on the crossbar lock. Like it actually has
detent.
Yeah, like basically, and you can adjust this to as there's 5 settings, I believe. You can make it stronger or weaker. I'm guessing this is the strongest setting, but I'm not sure. But if it got stronger, that would be incredible. And I kind of want to try one of these now. So really digging that. And it's got aluminum scales, which is nice. So big shout out to Bees Blades for that donation.
And I want to take a second and thank all of the creators that spent the time to donate their hour, from Bees to you, to Bob, to Marco, to Big Red, to everybody, Peter, Christine. I mean, that's what makes it happen.
You guys.
And everybody that comes and listens. Absolutely.
We have a Savivi. I don't know which one this is. I'll just look. This is the last one, so I'll milk it. Oh, it's an Elementum.
The classic.
This, in my opinion, is how the Elementum should have stayed. They had it, and then they started messing around doing all that weird shit. The Wii one. But this one's good. So you get an Elementum. That, again, I believe is from Carco. Shout out to Chris. And this is cool. So issuing stitches, and then Timascus bead from Good Screw. And the last item, which is freaking awesome, Fanatic Edge sent me this to review, and then they said they would donate it to Knives Live. This is a Fanatic Edge Omen V2.
OMG. That
Elmax,
is
titanium. I mean, this thing has to be close to 400 on its own. So, again, you're looking at well over 1,000 here, I think. So,
a ready to go collection.
Yeah, right. That's like any of these boxes. You have a collection right there.
Evan, you said Kaiser one time and Boo Fam showed up. What are the odds?
I actually, thanks to Vu, I actually talked to Kaiser, and they're sending me some stuff to check out. So shout out to Vu.
Yeah, if you guys go to any shows and there's a Kaiser booth, spend 5 minutes. Go introduce yourself and talk to Vu Fam, man. He's a great guy, really
nice guy.
And I love Vu, and I love David Blade Banner. And you don't have to talk to Blade Banner about Orion knives. You don't have to talk to Blade Banner about. You talk to Blade Banner about anything about knives. That dude is a knife guy. You know, him and Vu, both super nice people, man. Great to have conversations with.
That's number 5, guys.
All right.
Number 5.
So we're looking at what, 3 through, you got the same numbers?
Yep. Let me pull it back up. All right, here we go. Last one. Number 8.
Ooh,
early on. I came here to chew bubblegum and harvest power, and I'm all out of bubblegum. What up, Stevie? Are you done calling Cold Stone Creamery? Messing with that poor girl? I felt so bad for her last night.
Kevin, that was funny as hell, and you know it.
Sherbet? Like, what kind of maniac thinks it's called sherbet? Hey, guys, in the chat, if you guys, all right, have you ever heard of sherbet or sorbet? Has anybody ever called it sherbet? Just curious.
I've called it sherbet.
Craig Wilt says it's sherbet.
I would call it sorbet.
Well, of course you would. You're the detent diva.
Nope. No. We get a lot of no's here. All right. The box is going to number 8. Who is it?
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorbet. I've heard it before, says somebody.
Christopher Robinson.
Yo, that's that he just won his own shit.
Congrats, Christopher Robinson.
That's Carco.
Carco, congratulations, man.
He just won his own stuff. Wasn't that in there? Yeah.
Hey, crazier things have happened.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Dude. He might want me to put that in another box or something.
It's 100% random, but I'm glad we had people in the chat that won. That is so cool. I'm glad people turned out for it.
I don't know if he's here tonight, but
no, but we'll be able to.
I just find that hilarious. He donated all this stuff and then he won it.
Hey guys, I just want to let y'all. I want to thank each and every one of you, and also let you know that I've got to go do my hot soak. I'm in a lot of pain.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna cut out of here. I tried to make sure I hung in there through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kevin, for everything that you do for this. You and John, this would not be possible without you guys, man. Y'all are awesome. I love you both. I love all the content creators that participated, and especially I love all these guys over here in the chat. I hope I'm pointing in the right direction. You guys rock, man. Y'all made this happen. Y'all raised over $7,000 for Knife Rights. I love you. You guys know I appreciate any amount of time you spend with me. Peace.
Later. Thanks.
Later, Shane.
Big shout out to Shane, guys.
Absolutely. And shout out to Doug for all the work he puts into it. Because, man, I watched him work the show today, and that's a lot of work.
And just the fact that he was on like 5 of the live streams and had to basically like repeat himself and do all that. And the technical difficulties on Neve's stream was hilarious.
Hey, we ran into him and got over him, though. That's the good thing.
But he hung in there, man. He did a great job.
He did. He's a great guy. I enjoyed seeing him today. I bumped into Brad Screaming Pirate and met him for the first time.
Brad.
He took quite a drive. I think he said it was about a 5-hour drive to get him there.
That's not bad.
Nah.
I mean, I drive 13 hours to get to Atlanta, but I don't think I'm doing that anymore. I think I'd rather just fly.
Yeah, for me, I drove 11 to Florida just because it's so much easier to rent a car and carry knives and listen to podcasts than switch planes twice. Because for flying out of Huntsville anywhere, you're at least switching planes once.
Yeah, but how long was the drive?
11.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to start cutting it off at like 7 or 8.
8, yeah, that's really what works best.
Because as much as you want to convince yourself that flying will be longer, it's not.
It's not. And you can do it.
And you're just chilling. You're not actively like looking around and having to worry about shit.
Trying to not fall asleep and take out a whole bunch of cars.
So what I noticed on the way back from Atlanta this last time when I did the stouts, because I was an idiot and drove through the night though, was sometimes it's hard to stay awake, and it's like it's a little bit scary. So.
Very scary. I drive a lot for work, and I'll go through those where I'll just kind of get tired in the middle of the day, and I'll have to just pull over and walk around a gas station because I will not. I've had some close calls getting drowsy. I think drowsy is as bad as driving drunk. I know when I used to drive drunk, I was very effective at it. I went to DUI school to learn how to do that. But driving sleepy is scarier than shit.
Yeah. I enjoy driving. Yeah, Nap, I used to really enjoy driving as well. I just feel like, I don't know, maybe I changed my mind lately.
Well, what makes it decent for work is when I do it, I rent a car and I'll rent something nice. I'm still saving the company money and I'm driving something that's tricked out.
Yeah. My state has no knife carry laws nowadays, thanks to Doug. I won by donating. Awesome. Yeah,
that is awesome. That's a success story.
Never nap in the driver's seat. I enjoy driving so much. It makes me fall asleep.
So are your chickadees Magna Cut?
Yep, both of them are Magna Cut.
Mine's S90V.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. What kind of scale material is it?
G10.
Okay, so that's what mine is too. That's probably an early version because I haven't seen that one. I don't think they come super sharp.
They don't. I put an edge on that though.
Yeah, like that's the thing. That's my one issue in the knife world is I don't sharpen. And it sucks to have to get things sharpened a lot. So I might send this out to somebody.
I couldn't get it the way I wanted to.
I mean, it is sharp. It's just,
well, it's a little thick behind the edge.
Yeah, but I think if you put a nice, did you have to lay it back at all or no?
No. Well, I did 18, so it probably was laid back a little bit.
Because he goes through all the trouble of having super high hardness and, doing all that stuff.
I want to say this is 62 or 63.
Yeah, so this is one of the newer ones, the Salt Lake version. I got it at Blade West. And it's Magna Cut and this blue cross-cut micarta or whatever. And this one's 64, 65 Magna Cut. This one, I got this from my buddy Ev, Knife Ninja EDC. He bought this, I don't know, this was like 2 or 3 runs ago. This is called the Sailor's something. And this one's yellow G10, black screws hardware, and has this kind of neon thing. Doesn't have a great aesthetic, contrast.
Looks like a bead.
But it works. And you can buy these straps, I think, on Amazon. I might buy one in a different color. But this one says 63, 64. So it's one HRC lower, which is interesting. Probably just, when he sent it out, or I don't think he does his own heat treat, does he? Maybe he does. I don't know.
Maybe he sends them out to be tested.
But it's one HRC lower anyway, which makes no difference to me.
Absolutely not. We'll never know.
63, 64, 64, 65. I mean, they could both be 64. But this one, let me see. This one he said he hadn't used it at all when I got it off him. And there you go. I mean, if it's cutting this paper, it's gonna destroy the tape on the box I'm gonna use it to open. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a box smaller.
And that's the thing is that's what I'm going to do with it. Look how small it is. I'm not going to do anything crazy with it.
I'll tell you what I got, because I went through the whole chase until Honey Bear hooked me up with that deal of the day. But I went with a couple of small Tucson's from White Mountain Knives. But what I really liked so much that went back and bought another one are the Viper knives, little 1, little 2. Have you seen those in White Mountain Knives with the Arctic carbon fiber handle? Viper? The Voxnez design little fixie.
No, let me hold on. Let me look it up. You talking about the Micra?
No, I got the Micra too. I got one.
How's that one?
No, this is called the Viper. Viper Knives Vox. If you go to their fixed blades, it's like the third one. And they make
on White Mountain Knives?
Yep. They make it. I use your code on both of them.
Nice. Yeah, I don't get anything on the code, so I don't know when people use it.
But they know that you're an influencer. They'll keep sending you, hopefully, a bunch of shit. So if you scroll down, because those just came in, I don't get those.
Hold on. Oh, they made a fixed blade out of that?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I like CMB. They did prototypes for us of the MASH, and they did a really good job. I mean, it feels every bit as good as a Best Tech or a QSP or a Wii, maybe even a Riot, but we didn't do inlays or anything, so I can't tell.
It's right there, except I got the Arctic.
Oh, it's the wheel.
Well,
which one did you get?
I got the Arctic carbon fiber. I got the belly and the sheep's foot.
Oh, dude, you got 2 of them?
Yeah, well, I bought the sheep's foot first, and I loved it when it came in, and I ordered the other one. There's the sheep's foot.
How small is it?
It is bigger than the Chickadee, but it's a small belt knife that doesn't get in my way, and it comes with an ulti clip.
Dude, that is a sexy knife.
Dude, they're both sexy. I mean, they're awesome knives. And that choil
It's
is
too
like
expensive for me though.
But that choil is delicious. You get a 10% discount. If you go with the G10, it's $159. They're out of micarta, but Blade HQ has micarta for
Damn, that is
$159.
sexy.
Yeah, it's slicey.
Do you have one there?
I got 2 of them. Yeah, let me grab them.
Yeah, show me the sheep's foot, dude. I want to see that. And I'll show you guys what I bought today. Big shout out. Check out Blade HQ. So first off, Blade HQ has I think they still have stouts. They're the last ones with stouts. Once those are gone, that's it. We don't have any more stouts. No other dealers are getting them. We've sold through all 600 of them, which is fucking amazing. Thank you to everybody who's bought a stout. Yeah, it's still crazy to think about. But those are the last ones. Blade HQ has them. But I'm going to show you something else. But let's see these first. Yeah. Now hold up the chickadee next to it so I can kind of gauge. Okay, so it's way bigger.
Way bigger. Now.
Okay, so still, it's not going to work for me. The reason the chickadee works is because it disappears on the belt, pocket, wherever.
And look at these.
Although if you have that ulti clip, you can just clip it in your pants pocket. It'd probably be fine.
Look at that little M390 Tucson that was $55 before discount with the mic.
Yeah, did you see they released one that basically looks like a chickadee knockoff?
You want to see it?
You have it?
Yeah. Let me not cut myself. I'm used to being able to fold these up.
Yeah, they totally ripped them off.
Well, it's smaller.
Oh, wow. Holy shit, it's that smaller? Okay, no, they
this
didn't.
This one's S90V too.
That's definitely different, though.
$45.
Thanks, Ken. Appreciate that, dude.
But what I really think's sick is this belly.
Zach's looking for a drop bear on loan, guys. Keep that in mind. If anybody's looking for one. Yeah, the ergos look sick on that. So check this out. I got an email today from Blade HQ. They're selling this version of the Dapper for $104.
I saw that. What are they doing that for? Is it got something less than the other Dapper, or is it just a good deal?
They probably have a bunch of these, and they don't have a bunch of the other ones.
Gotcha.
That's my theory. They probably have like 50 of these left, and they only have, a handful of the other ones, so they don't see the need. I don't know.
Do you still have one, or did you get rid of yours?
What?
Do you still have a Dapper?
Yeah, so this is what I was going to say today. I went there to buy it because I literally had this knife in my pocket when my daughter was born. And I kind of regret selling it, but I just don't have these sentimental attachments to knives, really. I even had a small Sabenza with her exact birthday down to the year, and I sold that. I just feel it's kind of weird to have an attachment to a knife like that. But I get when people do, like Scotch and Things has that. He collects Sabenzas with his daughter's birthdays and stuff. But so I went over there to buy this. So I was like, I should get it back. That way I can kind of say I still have it. You know what I mean? And
sure.
I went to check out, and on a whim, I searched up this knife because I handled it at Blade West, and I was really excited for the first time in a long time to get a Fox knife.
I saw that. I saw those. I was looking at
this is the newest Vox design from Fox called the Chillin', and I handled these at Blade West, and it was freaking amazing. At least the prototypes were. So I was waiting for them to come out. It wasn't a Blade HQ exclusive at Blade West, but it became one after Blade West. So they must have made a deal with them at the show.
Right.
And I like the look of this one the best. Aluminum with the gray collar. But these are in N690.
And the tie are in M3?
It's aluminum and N690.
I love that blade.
So these are in M398, which I thought was pretty cool. So I bought this one.
That is very cool.
Carbon fiber, satin blade, M398 with the blue collar. And I put a note in there and I said, please check for a strong, snappy detent and good centering. I said, I'm going to be reviewing this on my channel. No, I am not important, but I am a picky son of a bitch.
And I
Have
will
a happy
say
Thanksgiving. I was like, I said it'd be best if it showed up good to go the first time. Happy Thanksgiving. Sorry for being a pain in the ass. Kev. I put all that in the order notes.
That's awesome. That'll get you a good one. It should.
I hope so. If it shows up shitty, I can roast Blade HQ, I guess.
Did you say you had a little micro too?
No, I was just curious how it was.
It's great.
Oh, he ordered one too. Awesome, Nev. Sorry, hold it up again. My bad. What is that belt thing?
The belt thing?
You just like put clips over your belt or what?
No, it's just those are loops.
Oh, why did it look? I don't know. Okay.
It looks like a clip, and it comes with the sheath that it comes with. Super cool because it's got that magnet.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to try one. How is it?
And then you just drop it in you just drop it in your pocket.
So it doesn't have a clip, or it does?
It doesn't. So when you
the magnet
go
is a
across
clip
here and like retain it here, or you can fold the magnet back and clip it on your pocket. But I don't want it not retained.
How much of the knife sticks out when you do that?
None.
What?
Let me get it.
Yeah, let me see that. What up, Todd? Hope you're having a good one, man. Why are you pissed at Blade HQ? Fuck me over and waited for nothing. What's going on? Are you talking about that banter again? Did you lose out on your red banter? Is that what you're talking about? What up, Grump? How you doing, dude? I want that chillin'. Dude, I knew you would love that thing. Did you order one? The ones in N690 are, I mean, they're reasonable price, but it sucks that they're an N690 for, what is it, 150 or something? So I just went all out and got because I thought M398 sounded cool, I guess. Even though it's basically like, I don't know, M398's interesting. I think it's close-ish to like S90B. It's got really good edge retention, but it loses a bit of, I believe, toughness and corrosion resistance because of it. I want to show you something else, Grunt. I got these.
That's that little
Ace Nibbler. So check this out. I got the purple one, and then I got all excited. So I bought the blue one. These are at N690 in aluminum. And then when I got the blue one, I ordered a micarta one at M390. And then I got them and was like, what did I do that for? I should sell these. And I started telling people I would sell them.
Another thing about that is it's an LMAX.
Oh, that's cool. LMAX is probably the best steel that Fox uses because they get it right usually.
But here's the little sheet.
These are Riot. $95 these start at. Made by Riot.
So that's the little sheath. So if you were going to wear it like that, to where it clipped on your pocket, that's how much would stick out.
Yeah, you said nothing. That's a lot.
Well, when you put the clip on and drop it in your pocket like that, it's going over. See?
So wait, you're clipping it into your pocket with the...
No, if I put it in my pocket, this just goes in my fifth pocket, or I just drop it in my pocket if I use this sheet.
Why can't you retain it and have it in your pocket and use the...
Because it'll go like that to where it'll stick on your pocket, and it's not going to come out of the sheath. I just don't like having that much sticking up.
Right.
Out of my pocket. I'd rather use...
I see what you're saying. I got you.
That came with it.
Yeah, I kind of wish the Chickadee came with one like that. The one thing I don't like is a lot of times the end of the handle will want to kind of push out
Oh,
because
yours doesn't have a
the loop is
Kydex
out
sheath
here. You know what I
too?
mean?
Does yours not have a Kydex sheath too?
Yeah, this one came with a Kydex sheath too.
Yeah, I love that Oak City. If that's what
Yeah, I
it's
love
called.
this too, but I like having both because some days, you know, I have a knife I want to review or a knife I want to carry in the front left, and then I can't carry this. So instead of not having it, I just throw it on the belt sheath instead.
I don't even feel it on my belt, and that's
Dude,
the one
I'm
thing.
wearing it right now. I don't even know it's there. Like
Yeah,
it's the only reason that I love it. So no, I mean, you know what I mean.
but I'll use it to cut boxes because it's easier to get off my belt than it is to get my folder out of my pocket. It just seems
Yeah.
like an easy grab if I'm sitting down.
Yeah. DLT trading and WMK all day. Yep, both those are solid. Did he tell us what the problem? Oh yeah, it was the. So what? How did they screw you over? Amazon has the red banter. Let's take a look.
The red and white one.
Is it the baby banter?
It is Civivi Baby Banter, unless they're talking about the big banter.
I don't know.
But the red one has the red blade. That's the Civivi with the white G10.
So it is. Is that what he's talking about, or the regular banter?
I don't think there is a regular red banter.
I think that's what he was talking about. Let's see. Still not seeing a red one. I'll pull it up.
Tippy's going to try to flee on you.
We banter red. Maybe I gotta click on this and then select a color. Yeah, here it is. Is that the one?
That's the one.
There you go, dude. It's there. 62 bones too.
That seems high to me.
I'll throw a link in if anybody wants one of these. But
the red banner.
Yeah, I'm not. It does nothing for me, but I think he wanted to dye it purple too.
Well, yeah, those scales would take any color.
Interesting. Check this thing out I ordered. Shout out to Duty's Daggers. I ordered this because he did it. I'd wanted it before, but he did a video saying it's discontinued. Once they're gone, they're gone. It's called the Leatherman Crunch. And it's basically a folding pair of vice grips.
Nice.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome, dude. I mean, I don't have it yet, but I love vice grips.
But you've gotten into the Leatherman, the multi-tools a little bit lately, right?
Yep. Yeah, I bought the Charge Plus, the Raptor shears, the Skeletal, and now this one.
Yeah, I've got the Skeletal with the bit set. I just keep it in my little mini bag.
Yeah, the only problem with it is that the bits don't ride on board, and it's kind of annoying.
They don't, but they ride in my pouch.
If anybody's looking for the Crunch, there's a link. I wonder if it sends like a huge link, or is it just a single link?
I think it's just a little link. It's
it's just a little link. Yeah, Knipex I hear are really good too. Let's look those up.
I love those. I've got these right here. And these are the best for holding barrel spacers.
That's the thing. Let me see it. Yeah, that's what I use the vice grips for, because I don't like on those. Hold on, let me pull this down.
These will get right in between the Spyderco scales and hold that barrel because the tip's so narrow.
Do they lock though?
No, they don't lock, but they're adjustable, so you can get them.
Yeah, see, I like vice grips where you can turn the knob and then lock it onto whatever. That's why I like those. And the one thing I want to find is a set like that does that has like rubber or something so that I don't mar up screws or whatever. I have to put tape over them or put a cloth in between, and it's kind of annoying, you know.
Well, one good thing about these is they don't have the teeth, so they're smooth. So if you were going to put tape on those, they don't have any teeth to indent the
Oh,
remnant.
gotcha. But doesn't that make them? Doesn't it work less because of that?
No, because if you think about it, what you're holding is you're holding a barrel while you're using your torque on the body screw that was spinning. So it gives you plenty to hold it with. And if you're worried about it being anodized, you can just use a little wee cloth or use some tape.
Right. That's what I hate about it, is having to do that. Which ones are those that you have? The Cobra?
These are the oh hell, I got to get my eyes. Where'd I put them?
I think the Cobras are the ones that everybody has.
Yeah, these are the Knipex.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't need another set. I have ones, and then I have the Crunch coming, so I don't really need more.
I'll send you these if you need them.
I got Knipex pliers, the wrench pliers, and the teeth pliers. Nice. Yeah, that's what I hear. They're really good.
They'll last forever. I mean, they're very well made.
I want the Signal. Yeah, the Signal looks cool. I haven't pulled the trigger on it just because I have the Charge and the Skeletal now, and I don't think I need more. Honestly, the best multi-tool still, I think, is the one I keep in my bag, which is the Next Tool Flagship Pro, because of the shears.
Shears are hard to make. Shears are a trick. It's not everybody can make a good set of shears.
Yeah, people think it's easy, but the way that they're made is just. So here, I'll real quick because I've shown these before, but what I love about it is the way they integrated the shears. Now you lose some tools, and they're like $40, but the shears fold into the whole handle over here. And you get like these massive, for a pocket tool, you get these massive shears. And I've used them, I've had them for like 5 or 6 years. I've used them to cut all types of shit, and they're like amazing cutters.
Yeah, the proof's in the pudding, and if you've used them effectively,
and then on top of it, you get really good pliers with replaceable wire cutters. You get a knife, a saw, and all this shit. That's just like icing on the cake whenever you need pliers or something. And both things are spring loaded. Like, they're no joke. And it's $40. I'll throw this link in too if anybody's. Seriously, if you use shears or scissors more than most things, because I feel like day to day, that's what I would need more than anything. You know what I mean?
That's what I used on my Swiss Army knives that I used to carry.
So these are great. And they actually have a. They have a small one. They have a keychain one. Is this it? Keychain multi-tool. It comes in both colors, but like many, and it still has the shears that fold out.
And the pliers, and the pliers are big enough to get something done with, it looks like.
Yeah, and it's still a small enough like overall package. Probably a little bigger than the Squirt or something. These have G10 handles or something?
It's a very revolutionary design, the way that they've got them together like that.
Yeah, like I feel like I could take the Leatherman Squirt off my keychain and put this on there and be better off because now I have those shears, you know?
Yeah, you've got more tools that you'd be likely to use.
And it's $25 freaking dollars. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. Let me see what this one is. This looks interesting. Is that just it's the utility knife. That's something I actually reached out to. That's for the scissor or the micro one. I'm just dropping these links in. If you guys buy any of this shit, it does help the channel, but figure I might as well. I reached out to the James brand because I got in this thing.
Oh, the little utility knife.
And
I saw that
dude,
video. That looked cool.
yeah, like people want to talk shit, but this thing is legit amazing. My wife loves it. First up, it sits in our like junk drawer downstairs now. She opens boxes with it. I've used it a few times now to cut down boxes. Like we got a new dehumidifier, and I've had some other things. And anyway, I reached out to them and was like, "Hey, I really love this thing," and I sent them the video. And then they were like, "Here, sign up for our brand ambassador thing." So I think they're gonna like send me stuff or something. I don't know. But I thought that was interesting because I've talked a lot of smack on the James brand. I also got a slip joint from them that's really good. I got a new slip for it from Troy today. It's in the other room. I keep my slip joints in a different collector thing.
I think that shows that you're legit though, because you can talk about the things you don't like about them, but then you can get a product of theirs that you like and you can talk it up. I mean, that's just being credible.
Sweet. Yeah, dude. I love it. Now, here's the downside. I get it. The blade doesn't stick out very far, but if you've ever used a pocket utility thing, that's what you get. Like, that's how much blade you get. I mean, I haven't seen one where you get way more blade unless it's like literally a construction one where you can slide it out as far as you want. But the cool thing on this is you can easily remove the blade. You just slide this to the second position. The button pops up. You pull the blade out, slide another one in, and then move the button back down. It literally takes nothing. And that's what intrigued me about it. Like that other company, Aerocrafted, they sent me their little titanium pocket one. It's way smaller, obviously.
The scale-ties one that's kind of open. Yeah.
But it is an absolute, it's like surgery or rocket science trying to get a new blade in there. And then it doesn't quite fit right and it doesn't work. And it's like, and I almost cut myself 8 times because I'm literally like having to like shove this thing in when I'm holding a razor blade in my hand. And it's just frustrating. And this is so much easier and it's comfortable because of the size. Like I get it. It's big. So anyway, somebody reached out and was like, I wonder if XL razor blades would fit so you could get a longer blade in there. And yeah, it fits, but the blade sticks out no matter what. So
and you won't be able to close it up.
You can't close it. But like if you wanted to like put it in there to do some work and then put it away, you could do that. But you can't like slide it closed with that in there. But you can get like this much blade, which is nice. But I bought some on Amazon to try it stupidly, and then that happened. But it's freaking $60 from James brand, made out of aluminum, and it's made extremely well.
And how handy is it? Very handy.
Yeah. It's great. And it has a lanyard. I wish it had a clip. It would look uglier, but I think it would be more useful with a clip because then I could carry it. I don't know if I would, but the option would have been cool, I guess. But anyway, I really like that one. I almost bought like 2 more that day. It was just like the nibbler where I got it and I was like, yeah. And then I bought 2 more. I almost did the same thing with this, but then my wife was like, I don't need one, even though now she uses that one. But I was going to get one like for my dad and like, you know. I didn't, but I still might. They'd be good Christmas gifts to get people into knives. Like you can get it to match their iPhone and then have them actually use a knife because anybody can use this so easy. An example would be I gave my dad a TPT slide because he doesn't really like pocket knives. He has one that I've given him, but like you know, the idea of just having a utility knife seems easier for people to swallow, right?
Right.
So I gave him this TPT slide. It's really cool titanium utility knife from Big Idea Designs. But trying to replace the blade on that for a non-knife person is kind of scary because, like, you literally have to grab the blade and like wrench it to the side to like pop it off track, and then take the blade out, then fit another one in right, and then kind of like squeeze it back in. I don't find it as easy as they make it seem. I don't think it's that hard either, but
it's not that easy. Are you talking about the little tie flipping one?
No, it's not a flipping one. It's the
okay. Yeah, I've got a flipping one that's got a very tricky puzzle. Like you got to manipulate the blade holder, and it's just asking you to cut your finger off.
So here, I'll show you what it is, and that's the thing, is it makes it uncomfortable for somebody, even for me. Like, I love. By the way, this pry bar is good. We looked at it earlier, but is it under pocket tools? I guess. This. So it looks cool. It has a little pry bar at the end, a little hex thing, and then I don't know if this is like a second version or something because it looks different. Let me just see. Where's the slide part? I don't know why it's not showing, but anyway, there's usually like a button up here that slides up and down. Anyway, you gotta like torque it to get it to move and shit. Did they change it? Are they showing? You see the button anywhere?
No, that looks like a different version from the one I've seen.
Yeah. Internal magnet? So how do you open the damn thing?
You wouldn't pull it out from the side, surely. You wouldn't touch the blade.
This looks like a button or something, right?
Yeah, maybe that's depresses a magnet and lets it slide out.
We decided to design a multi-tool that combines all of our favorite features into an ultra-low profile tool that we call the Titanium Pocket Tool.
Looks like a watch.
This new tool is made from aerospace grade 5 titanium alloy. Despite its minimal name and appearance, this new pocket tool is extremely
versatile. You push that up?
Do more and carry less.
Can you show it in action?
He's about to.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't know it was a wrench.
Makes sense. I mean, I would never go this far, but that is cool. Jesus.
Slide that blade.
All right, here we go. Yeah, they have a measuring tool. They're not going to show it, are they?
You gotta hold it, yeah. You grab it and push it down.
So you push that button down and then pull the blade out?
Yeah, that's kind of sketchy.
Yeah, and then they have the safety one that works with a fork or something. Oh, I see. That almost is better, though, than the way they had it before. Maybe that makes it easier to remove.
Yeah. It looks like you just slide that cover off with a couple of screws and drop it in.
Okay, so it no longer has that quick swap function. Yeah, so you actually have to grab the blade, which is fine. Oh, it has the magnet.
That was weird.
You could store an extra blade. That's pretty cool, actually.
What's the damage on that one? I couldn't see the dollars under it.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Is it more than the James brand or about the same?
Oh, yeah, it's more. I would venture to guess it's a bit more, honestly. But, maybe not.
Paper Tiger says that's the old one.
Let me check again. So they have the TPT slide is 80. Titanium pocket tool is 69. I'm so confused. So hold on, let's pull this up again. By the way, I actually have an affiliate link with them. I think the code is Lefty EDC with them. If anybody picks one of these up. These look no, so this one is the old version.
Button.
See, somehow that's more 80.
Because it's got a
maybe
button.
They also made it cheaper not having the mechanism. This is the one that they sent me when I first signed up with them as an affiliate or whatever you call it. That's the one I gave my dad. And I guess from there, they changed it and they made it. I guess it always was a wrench. You just had to remove the blade to do it. I would probably recommend. I get it. They removed the slide part. See?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't slide anymore. Maybe this was the first version.
Yeah, that's what Paper Tiger says, that was the first version.
This seems better, though.
But the slide is new.
Does this have the magnet in there, too? Because I never even would have noticed that. Let's see. They got rid of the magnet. That's really weird. And it has a removable pocket clip, which it probably never should have had. I don't know. If I was them, I'd probably just keep making both.
Here, Mike.
Kind of cool, right? $70. This might be worth trying.
And Shop Pay will let you do a 4-pay.
Yeah.
Not that you want to on that, but
my biggest gripe with it was it comes with like dull blades, which is weird.
And they're razor blades. They shouldn't be dull.
Well, they call it a safety blade.
Ah.
It's a little bit confused because it has a fork on one side. I think it's a safety thing for shipping so they can ship worldwide or something, maybe.
I got you. And then you just put in your blades.
And you can flip it over to be a fork, which is kind of cool, but it's very gimmicky because of the shape of it, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're very big fork tongs or whatever you call it.
Yeah, good luck eating a salad with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good camp, like, you know, but at that point you could just use a knife and pick up your food or something. But it is cool. But I will say I've had both. It is slimmer and smaller and has more functions than the James brand one. But the James brand one's comfortable in hand, way easier to use. So it would come down to what you know. Yeah, I know, dude. But I just find it weird that it ships like that.
It's got to be
especially when you get it for your dad or something, and you just hand it to him. Like, I didn't know it was just safety blades in there. I gave him a box of blades, I think, with it. The slide is newer, the button is older. Yeah, the button seems cooler to me. I guess, like, how hard is it to, you got a two-handed, I guess. That's the negative part. It is for international shipping.
Slide is better by a landslide.
Later, Mike. Have a good night, dude. He keeps trying to buy this thing.
Your Malibu?
Yeah, this is the CCKS one. What?
I'm surprised you've held on to it.
Well, this one I've only had for like a month.
That's
I sold all my other ones. I had a Mordax for like a month. So it usually takes about a month, and then I let them go just because I love them at first, and then I never carry them again. It's weird. But this one's really good. Great detent. Not much stick. Has it, but it's not bad. Great action. So, I don't know. I just like this one a lot. It's got this dark green color to it, which is very unique. It's probably
that dark green is very unique. They had it West.
Yeah. Probably looks black to you, but that one's cool. What else do I have here? I got my slip joint collaboration with Urban EC.
That turned out really strong.
Yeah.
I love the choil. Really,
dude, I think the choil is going to be a game changer.
I've not seen one except on that Rose Craft blade, which is totally different.
Yeah, so the problem usually with a choil on a slip joint is the way they do it. They have to do it where the choil starts it usually starts after the kick, because on a traditional you need a kick right here that stops the blade instead of a stop pin. And then a lot of people who design them traditionally because they're, they like traditional. So they end up doing that. And then the choil is out to here and you get just a little bit of blade and it just looks goofy. You know what I mean?
It's out of whack.
Where this, we just did a normal design where it's a 50-50 choil. So it looks good in my opinion. And then you have the function of just having a stop pin. So you don't have to worry about the kick. So I freaking love it. And then it's 0.31, 0.32 thick. So it's, yeah, they came out really good. We're going to make the spring just slightly stronger in production. I mean, I'd be happy with it as is, but just bumping it up is going to make it a better knife, which will be good, in my opinion, which I guess is the point here. So, yeah, really excited about this. Don't know anything yet. Pre-order date, price, hoping it's reasonable. There's a lanyard spot in the back there too. And we sent the final wire for the growlers, the White Mountain Knives ones, yesterday. So those are going to ship from Shieldon on Monday. And then it'll take 2 weeks to get to White Mountain. And then they'll do whatever they do and sell them. So you can look for a growler drop probably right around Christmas.
I think you can go ahead and do an email notification if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. You can go over to White Mountain. I'll pull it up here actually. They already have it up on the site. One thing I want to point out that's wrong that a lot of people say, and I think it's because of their listing, is it is not on multi-row bearings. See where it says that? So originally we asked for multi-row bearings, and when Shieldon did the prototypes, they did not use multi-rows. They're an interesting size bearing, and Skiff is going to actually make them for me. And there's other knives that use these, but nobody has aftermarket bearings because it's not a 1 millimeter ball and it's not a 1/16 ball. It's in the middle. So it's going to be a new size that Skiff's going to make, and they should fit the growler. But when they did it, they didn't use multi-row, but the action was so good that we just said, stick with whatever you did,
That's what you want out of multi-row bearings anyway, the action.
Right. You just want it to be smoother, which means it's going to drop more. But it already had such good action that we were like, just leave it. But I guess White Mountain, maybe, he's on all the emails, but, he probably just didn't catch that, so we got to change it. Sounds like the same size as the Reich Lamella. Yeah, I'd have to see them, Naf, but there's a few knives over the years that I have not been able to swap bearings, and they look like 1 millimeter, and you're like, okay, just use the small ones, or you try using the larger ones. An example would be the first few runs of the EMP EDC Nimble. You can't put skiffs in these because the 1 millimeters, they make it too tight where it won't work. And then the 1/16 are too fat. And that's because they're using those middle ground ones. So I'm pretty sure when Skiff makes these, they're going to fit the OG Nimbles too. Now the Nimbles are 1/16, I think. But do you still have any? I've sold all my EMPs except for this one here, which
I've got all mine.
Me this.
I'm going to be adding a Warncliffe. I've got the X and the Nimble and the Thick Boy version 1.
Cool. Yeah, I still just think this is the best one, so I ended up selling everything else.
It's a great little knife. See, the way I can get around, even though I carry a lot of the same knives over and over because I like carrying them.
Sick.
I will, when I'm watching lives or working, I will have my box of knives beside me, and I'll handle all my knives.
Right.
Even though I might not carry them all the time, I will give them all hand time.
Yep. Yeah, I usually have my case next to me when I'm working or whatever. I don't have that many knives. Like, I have this case right here, which isn't even full, as you can see. I mean, I do have 3 or 4 out on the table, 5. And then I have that Caviso case with all my slip joints, which at this point is probably like 10. So, I mean, how many knives is that? This one's not mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
John, the
12,
way I look
13,
at that's
14,
using our
15,
stuff,
16,
man.
18, 19. These are loaners. Technically, this is mine, I guess. They sent it to me, 20. And then I'm not going to count the Devos, right? So what did I just count? 20. And maybe I have like 5 loaned out, so call that 25 plus these 3 or 5 that I have laying out. So sure, maybe 30 knives I own. And then if you count all the Devos, sure, I have 1 or 2 of each. Not even, because we've only had the stout come out. The rest are prototypes.
Thank you, Jeremiah.
I don't know. So I might have a collection of 40 knives. And I guess I do have a whole zipper thing with like knives that I didn't want in this case, like gas station knives, a couple of sentimental knives. But like it's really not that many. I'm convincing myself right now, obviously. But
have you messed with a Thai Avant yet?
I think people think I have like 300 knives, but I don't.
Well,
have I tried that one yet?
Yeah, have you tried the Thai Avant yet?
Yeah, he sent me one to review.
What'd you think?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super excited that I pre-ordered one. So, yeah, I'm glad I did.
Is the weight offset from that lightness? Does it feel a little weightier?
Oh, yeah. It's like 4 ounces, a little bit more.
I still love my Avant. That's one I carry quite a bit.
This is the compact towel. You can tell by the wire clip.
Ooh, I like
normal
that.
size. It's a much better size, being 3 1/4 ish.
Are those back in stock?
I think they have stuff up on their website right now.
I need to go check because that towel is that compact towel is.
Yeah, no, I think they were pre-selling them. Hold on. And then we should wrap it up because I have to get up.
And I didn't read your message. What'd you say?
Here we go. Towel, big towel, $199.
Can I hook you up with some
Zen? Here we go. Compact towel, sold out, $199 in LMAX. That new one they're doing looks awesome. Do they have that up yet? Have you seen it, John?
Yeah, I've seen the new the one from that's got the sheep's foot that's like $289.
Yeah, this.
Yeah. I think that's very cool. Not $289. That one's not that much.
This one with the milling looks awesome.
I love the blade.
Titanium milling with LMAX. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that is good looking.
Yeah.
Shane, I can't get this to slide over to see hook you up with. Oh, here we go.
129 it's starting at, I guess.
And it's got their bar lock.
Yep. They said 4 versions, but I'm looking at 5. Few more options. We're working on CF1 and DLC coded camo, and those will be offered as extended goals. Remember to set your clocks as the campaign is launching on Monday. So nice. I'm not into this stuff, Gmascus or whatever, but I guess those will be 129, which is going to be nice. I'm all over the titanium. This one specifically is really nice looking.
With that frag?
Yeah, and they're doing a reversible clip. Do they have a I hate when they don't show a picture of the clip. You can't see the clip.
Surely there's one on there. On one of their... It's a wire clip, isn't it?
No, look.
No.
2 little dots there, so it's a different type of clip. I just wish they'd show it, you know. I don't know. I asked if he'd send me one to check out. He hasn't he didn't respond about that, so but it looks cool for sure.
It does look cool.
I just don't love I don't like the Exa style lock. It just never has a good detent. Not good enough for me to want to like.
My is thing like Big Cow.
Can you hook me up with some hand time? Thanks, Jeremiah. Shout out to you, brah.
Jeremiah.
Thank you, sir. Don't handle all of them, but when I do, it helps me rotate them. Yeah. No, I feel you. A lot of times the way I do it is I will decide I'm going to sell something. Like I was thinking, all right, I'm going to sell this Malibu finally, but I'm going to sell this Malibu. Then I'll pick it up and be like, do I want to sell it? And I'm like, nope. This is too nice for me to, I like it too much to want to sell it. So then I'll pick up, X. This one I'm trying to sell if anybody's left-handed. I got the EDC Pelican from Concept. This is a really good knife. I don't know. Lefties are hard for me because I struggle with lefty frame locks because I'm so used to right-handed knives where I can put my hands wherever that, like right now, I'm locking it up because my finger's on the lock bar. I'm just not used to.
You're having right-handed struggles.
Right. So the reverse flick's money. The detent's money on this thing. Action's sick. It's dead centered. Like it's really good. I should love it. There's a lot of knives like that where it's like I should love them. And then
but only you are gonna know what you like. That's what's great about it.
But it's just weird. It's like I should probably be in love with this knife. It's a great left-handed knife. It really is. We're actually working with Concept, so they're working on prototypes for our Lush design, which is a bolster lock version of this. So it's going to have a bolster lock, and then we're doing prototypes in White Storm and Arctic Fat Carbon. Wire clip. It'll still have the choil, and it'll have the fuller, so you can flick that bitch. It's going to be awesome.
Y'all are pushing the envelope, man. I love that.
Trying to do so. Check this thing out. You were trying to find little fixed blades.
Yeah, I like that. That's your little scalpel thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from Baltic Blades. My problem with it is I have no way to carry it. So I don't know if you have a way to carry it. I can send it to you.
You could put a loop around it.
You want to give it a run? See what you think?
Dude, I'll check it out, but I'll send you a loop if you want to put a loop on it. I've got
extra. Probably just put an ulti clip on this thing or something. Yeah. I don't know what you could do.
Or you could do just like.
No, but if you want to, you check it out. Maybe you could do a video on it. He would probably appreciate that. And then
I'll check it out and send it back to you.
Yeah, or you could just keep it. It's fine. If you like it. If you don't like it, we could maybe give it away or something.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I love the color on the lanyard. But he sent it to me to get exposure, so it makes sense. But I sent it to another channel,
Yeah, I'll put it out. And
You're an influencer now, John.
Nah, hardly.
I also got this in the raccoon.
Are you impressed by that?
I think it's the best of the budget button locks.
So that's a yes.
I don't think it's like, ooh, I gotta buy one, like that kind of impressed. But I do think it's the best offering I've seen of these budgety button locks. It's a good size. Like the original was cool, but one, it was basically a knockoff Sea Otter, and then two, it's just too small. You know what I mean?
That one looks like a good sized knife.
Yeah, like this is a good sized knife. Where's the stout? So,
oh yeah,
it's like 3 3/4, a little bit bigger than that. Which reminds me, it's so sad. I had those beautiful 80s fat carbon scales on here, and then the fucking website oversold the scales. So I wasn't going to keep the scales and tell somebody they didn't get their scales. So I sent mine along. But still looks sick with the unbranded pivot.
Yeah, I mean, that's just sexy.
Yeah, we might have to start just doing that instead of doing the logo. It's cool to have the option, but I don't know. Most people would probably prefer to just not have it. You know what I mean?
Well, you probably have some that do like it. I mean, it's not billboarding to have a logo on your pivot.
No, it's not. But the design looks better with it clean like that, I think. So it'd be better to advertise it that way where more people, you don't lose anybody who's like, oh, I hate the pivot logo thing, you know? Not many people are going to be like, oh, I want the logo, you know? But anyway, yeah, this is pretty good. If you want to check this out, I can send this with the other one. Or do you have one of these?
I don't have one of those.
All right. Well, there you go. I'll send that along. You can check that out too. They kind of match. Look at that.
Matchy, matchy.
So, send you a little care package. All right. That's how my Devo is. I love it. Oh, sick. Yeah. Those little Brizza fixed blades in RWL look sweet on DLT. Cool. Yep. Sparrow is tomorrow, and nobody has to worry about getting sniped or anything. You can just order at your leisure, which is cool. He's leaving it open for 5 days. If you get paid, on Thursday, you could order the last day, or is it closed Friday? Yeah, I think it's a good deal. It's like $60.
Yep, who makes the raccoon? Is that Kaiser?
Bastide.
Bastide. Now there's somehow.
But I think it's made by Kaiser, even though they say it's not. Or they have their own shop. I think they're just working out of Kaiser. You know what I mean? It's like, I think a lot of these brands are kind of doing that. But the coolest thing about it to me is the button. So they recessed it really nice, and it has what I'm calling a button collar. So there's actually a collar around the butt, which is really unique.
Just to give it a little pop.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. I don't know if you could change the color on that or something. You can kind of pimp your knife out a little bit by messing with the button collar. That's just unique. Makes me want to do that. But we don't have a button lock yet, so can't do it yet.
That's one thing that knife we were showing you earlier, that the guy who'd never made knives before said that the people were asking him that's your first knife and you did a button lock. And he said, well, I didn't know not to. I didn't know that was challenging. He said a lot of the makers have said, I can't believe you are releasing your first knife as a button lock. And he didn't know that there were going to be issues with it. And when he designed it, there weren't, because he didn't have any preconceived issues. He just designed it.
Right. Real Steel Griffin had a button collar. I hear you can just wrist flick it open without using the thumb stud. Might be dangerous. I mean, that's like any of these Axis style lock ones. I mean, this detent isn't like weak. It's actually one of the better ones in the button lock category. But yeah, if I do this hard enough, But I mean, so there you go. But like I'm trying and I'm giving it, you have to like wrist it in the direction of the, pivot. So if you look at, I don't know, give me a knife. This is what, the Bridgeport 395, and this detent is pretty crisp, right? It's not just falling out or anything. If I take this and do the same thing, I'm gonna eventually, come on,
there he goes.
Get it out.
I knew it was going to go through the monitor or it was going to come out.
Like you can wrist flick most knives. So like you're just trying to do it at that point. Yeah, sure, some won't. But like any of the, if you take a bug out, you can wrist flick that in like so easy. So that's not a negative to me at all. Oh, here. This is a Carter XL from James brand with their crossbar lock. And I bet you if see. And this will take less to get a blade to pop out. So I don't know. And if you own a Demco 8020 or 20.5,
oh god,
that's the biggest culprit of it. Has 0 detent. So no, it's not an issue. Yeah, I've had people complain about those. Like, guy said he jumped off a counter and it opened in his pocket. And I'm like, you got to put it with the blade facing your leg, like, or the other way. Josh says I was into the Sparrow, but I'm dropping off. Why? So I got this in from Puerto Rican with a Knife, which, guys, go check out Puerto Rican with a Knife. Jason, he's on Instagram and YouTube, and he's just, in my opinion, he's a breath of fresh air.
Show me that again.
What, the knife?
That knife.
Yeah. But another guy would be Zach King. He has a channel, I think he calls it Lost Coast EDC. Both of those guys are a breath of fresh air. They're just like, they love knives, and they don't give a fuck about agenda or selling stuff, or I don't know. It's just nice to see people like that coming into the hobby. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that better. Like, think about when I started the channel, right? Like, I didn't promote codes or links or any of that shit. Now it's just like part of it because you have them and you want to support all these people and brands that support you, and nothing wrong with it. But it's nice to see people who are just like, doing their own thing. I think it's cool. So this is the Lion Steel Thrill. He sent me this. Jason did.
That clip was wicked.
It's pretty cool. It's been out for a while. I've always wanted one. It's not my preference because I like a snappy, strong spring. This is very weak, which to me I don't like because when you're using it, it's like so easy to push. I could so easily pop that down. I mean, you can see how easy I'm doing that. For example, here's my Jack Wolf Cyborg Jack. You could move it, but like it would take a lot more to push. And yeah, I could do this. Oh, but it takes a lot more strength to do that. Where on this knife, I mean, I can literally just easily, so, but it's cool because it has an integral spring. It's aluminum, and the spring is cut out of the spine of the handle. So this is all integral. You can see the gaps there.
That's
it's
cool.
Not like a sandwich. It's a piece of aluminum they milled out. And then it has, I guess, a steel insert at the top. So it's steel on steel. And then so when it locks up, it's on steel. Really cool design.
That is cool.
And then not only does it have that, it's got M390, and they did a really good job on the walk and talk, like the geometry of the tangs are done well. So it has crisp, walk and talk. Like you can see it jump. So they did a good job. The spring isn't my preference.
Could have been stiffer.
Spring. Right. And it's fun to fidget with. But what else they did was they put this clip on it that you have this button basically on the backside. And when you push it,
that is slick.
So what you do is you don't just push it up because you see how it doesn't angle out. You kind of put your finger here when you push it, and then it pops it up like that. And then you just kind of catch your pants, and then it'll do the rest of the work. It's really cool.
That's revolutionary.
So you just grab it like this and pinch it, and it kind of comes up and sticks out so you can get your pants in. So altogether, this thing's like sweet. If it had a strong spring, I would be buying one like immediately. And I kind of wonder if it, like, maybe there's some that are strong. So I'm like, maybe I'll get one just to like do it. But like, if it's like this, I don't know. I don't trust it or myself.
But you wouldn't hard
maybe because of all the custom picks I looked at before the production. Yeah. The custom Strix, man, they look absolutely stunning. I want one so bad. I was talking to him about doing a Lefty custom. That would be insane. But G-Ball says, thanks for the shout out. You're welcome, bro. He's giving me shit because I didn't shout him out. Go check out G-Ball Vision. Now it comes off fake. But same thing there, you know what I mean? It's like just people starting their stuff. It's not, I don't know. I don't promote anything. Yeah, you do, Neff. You promote buying $4,000 knife.
Take care, Nuts for Knives.
Like, I can't win. I'm just trying to shout a couple
you win
guys
every
out.
day. You win every day.
I don't know how you would strengthen the spring when it's part of the handle. I guess you're right. So you're saying, well, no, I wouldn't try to strengthen it myself, but you're saying they're probably all the same. Because what would be, like, how would they have one that's stronger than another one?
Yeah,
right?
What variable, if it's an integral, would be different?
I mean, I guess if you didn't put that steel part in, like it would be tension, right? So couldn't you bend that? You could take the spring part, bend it down before you ever put it together, and the more you bend it down would give you more tension, which would ultimately give you a stronger spring, right? So I think you could do it.
Patches.
Just fucking with you, but well, you made me feel like a shit, so thank you, G-Ball. But yeah, go check out his channel. He recently started it, which I admittedly have only seen one video so far.
I like G-Ball's videos.
Yeah. Well, for the same reasons, you know what I mean?
Fresh perspectives.
Yep. It's always good. I'm sick of watching Knives Fast and Big Red. I'm just kidding. Go check those guys out too. Casey has the Barley right now, our slip joint. He has a prototype, and then it's going to go to JB next. I got to tell you, this thing is actually pretty addicting to play with over here. Still has good sounds. Still sounds great, but it just is too weak for me to trust it, to actually use the knife.
But you're a wise enough knife user where you're not going to close it on your hand.
Well, see, that's what I love about this, dude. I was cutting some cardboard, and I don't even have to think because I got a finger choil. How am I gonna, what could I do? I don't even think I could cut myself.
Back against it. Yeah, you got you're
literally locking the knife in. Yes, you'll feel it move, but you can't actually do anything. So I don't know. I say it's a genius move, if I do say so myself.
That is slick.
Yes, you could also check out Illuminati Ninja. You guys are awesome. Awesome, Ian. That is a very cool logo. I like the
She killed it.
Evo. Yeah. Your daughter did a great job.
She must have got that talent
Just
from her mom.
replace the spring with a different one. It's an integral. I don't know if you're messing around, but this spring is cut out of the handle. It's not like an extra. It's not a piece that's in there. So it's literally cut. You can see the cut right here. Like you can see where it's just milled right here or whatever they do.
David.
No way you could replace it. Man, it does sound good though. I still kind of want to get one now. But here's the thing: I don't like clips on slip joints. I like getting my custom slips.
But that would give you the best of both. You would never notice a clip if you didn't use it.
True that.
It'd go right in your slip.
I don't know, but I do like this thing. M390 too. Probably shit heat treat, Good to go. All right. I am gonna wrap it up because I should have already went to bed. So anything you want to bring up or say or whatever?
I just want to thank everybody and let them know that Doug thanks everybody, and I look forward to next year and bigger and better. And Lefty, it wouldn't be possible without you, buddy, and you leaning in as much as you do, and with Shane and just everybody. So the community makes it happen, and I appreciate it.
Awesome. Yeah, dude. I enjoy it. I think it's fun to do it. I like getting all the prizes in because I do the unboxings to show them off. So it gives me content. It lets me check out stuff. And then it's also just a good thing to do, So
well, you're great at, and not to put it on you, but you're very good at having your stuff packaged for giveaways where things don't linger. It's just linger front because I'm sending you this wax, but if you don't mind doing it, it's a huge help.
Yep. No, I don't mind. I mean, until it gets too big to where I don't want to, I'll let you know. But I'm kind of...
It'll outgrow all of us before long. I sure, because it's fun.
You can just sign me up for it. But yeah, no, it's a pleasure. And it's always, fun. So, yeah. All right. Was there one other thing I just thought of that now I can't think of? So great. Anything coming up? Nope. I don't know. I forget. But anyway, check out the Strix pre-order tomorrow. He was kind enough to send me this to check out. I was not sold. I was not sold before I got it because I thought it wouldn't work well left-handed being a frame lock. But he has the clip design to where, oh my God, it's so good. This is a winner, guys. So definitely check it out. I love how it looks like a dinosaur. It's almost like this didn't happen, but it's almost like he took a stout, kind of
did a mirror image of it.
Extended the poon up and everything. The kind of like little brother, big bro kind of thing. I don't know. So obviously it's my style. I just wasn't sure it would work left-handed. And I've handled the customs. I handled one at Blade Show in Atlanta. Really, really good. Definitely better than this, but Best Tech did it justice. This is very well done. The action is incredible. It has the hollow grind. The belt satin ones are going to be freaking incredible. And it still makes good ting sounds and whatnot. So I think it's worth it. And he's pricing it extremely reasonably. Most of these custom makers are charging, $400 at this point, $380, $400. These are at $336 in full tie. I think that's reasonable.
Gosh, I mean, you look at that in a Chavez, and I have nothing to say against Chavez, but that's a sexy knife.
Yeah, true that. So, all right. Everybody, have a great night. Appreciate you.
Anytime, brother.
Yep. Love you guys. Later.
Love all you.